Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are three different adventurers than were here last week. Joining me in the bottom left, we have Bryce playing Shari, the Aasimar champion of I don't know which god. Hello.
Desna.
Desna, excellent. In the bottom middle, we have Femur, Soki Wizard, played by Char.
I want to do a voice and be really embarrassed about it.
It'll be
So,
great.
Good luck to me.
It can't be worse than any of my voices. And in the bottom right, we have Njori, Dwarven Bard, played by Will. I almost said Adam.
It'll be me. Hi.
So today, Adam is out sick, so we figured we'd do a little bit of side story, play through some early Pathfinder Society scenarios back during Season 0, just to try some things out and have a little bit of fun. So, do I have the music too loud? That's a possibility. Let me do a quick little check. That's fine. I think my headphones are just too loud. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Can I get this onto the map? So, the three of you find yourselves at the Grand Lodge in Absalom City, the head of the Pathfinder, or the headquarters, rather, of the Pathfinder Society. You've just finished up your final tests for the 3 years of your study to become a Pathfinder proper, and you've been waiting to be assigned like a group of adventurers so that you could go out and do your first missions together. You've known each other throughout the course of your 3 years here at the lodge, and whether or not you've been friends or have had any kind of interpersonal relationships, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But this is the first time any of you have actually like gone out for a real proper adventure. And so you've been called today to receive your briefing in one of the main meeting halls within the lodge. And the three of you, the dwarf, Hisoki, and human, or Aasimar human, find yourselves in the hallway just outside, ready to step forward into the threshold towards taking your first adventure. And yeah, so I guess let's go ahead and we'll kick it off by whoever wants to go open the door. Yes, ASMR human, yes. Whoever wants to open the door and head inside, go ahead and describe yourself and like I guess a little bit about your character, what you look like. And yeah, and then go in and take a seat.
Well, if nobody else is moving, Njori's just going to step forward and just walk in. No reason to wait. You're going to see Njori standing about 5 foot tall, kind of tall for a dwarf. Swarthy, a little stocky. His hair is a mane that's just ablaze in fiery reds and yellows and oranges. And across his chest pours a large beard in a river of oceany blues and green waves. A pair of locks run through on either side of his beard in a purpley kind of dark red that almost looks like magma underneath ocean waves. He has turquoise eyes, which match his eyebrows that have been dyed that way. And a smattering of freckles cover his cheeks, darkening his already dark complexion. Most of his regular outfit's going to be just a simple travel robe, dark, almost a dull-colored blue and green. But he does wear a very fitting and very fancy cavalier cap, bright orange, with a turquoise and blue plume that doesn't seem clear what kind of bird that would have come from. He has a gun on his belt, holstered, as well as a viola that he carries strung over one shoulder. And with that, he walks in to take a seat.
Okay. Whoa. It actually played the door noise. What? That's weird. I'll have to get used to that. Hopefully that's not too loud. So you open the door and let yourself into the massive meeting chamber. Ahead of you is a huge long table with candles strewn about. At the far end is a man you don't recognize. A human man. I think he's human. Yes, he is human. I will regret that one, and I realize that he's suddenly not. But yes, a human man with fiery, I guess, reddish brown hair, a huge bushy beard, and a big smile on his face. He's seated at the head of the table and smiles and waves you in. And as you're moving in to take your seat, who's next?
I will go. Wait for Femur. And Femur skitters into the room. Femur is very short, about 4 feet tall, so even next to the dwarf, they are quite tiny. They wouldn't describe themselves as gross, but their fur is slightly green-colored and a little moldy and mildewy. Their hair is patchy in some places, and they don't wear any proper clothing, just kind of bandages and kind of ripped sheets, it looks like, on top of them. And they have dark hair, red eyes, and they have little black hands and feet, and big ears, giant ears.
All the better to hear you with.
After.
All right.
Their posture is awful.
I imagine them running on all fours rather than like a humanoid.
Yeah, like skittering, and you can barely see them over the table, just like the tail.
Okay, so yeah, you skitter in. All right.
Because the chair's a bit tall for them.
Femur's like scurrying into the chair.
Shari.
Go for it.
Right, I'm bringing up the rear Shari. She's desperately trying to look collected as she makes her way in. She's a tall Asmer woman with bright yellow eyes with no pupils, and blonde hair to match. Her armor is very specially tailor-made with yellows because she likes that color, and blue for Desna. She also has a few paint splotches here and there on her armor. She's been working on a project, and so in between times it hasn't really bothered taking her armor off, so there's splotches here and there, especially on her cape.
All right. So yeah, of the three, she's probably the most, I guess, official looking, fully decked out in armor, where the other two are. Njori looks very casual, and Femur looks whatever extreme casual would be. And you've all taken a seat.
I need clothes.
You've all taken a seat on the same side of the table together. And cool. So the fellow at the head of the table, seeing the three of you all come in and sit down. Did I make this guy as a oh, no, I didn't. Oops. He sees you all sit down and gets up. Nice to meet you all. for the first time. I've heard a lot about you from the professors. Deans. They like to be called. He walks over to each of you in turn to shake your hands. Let's start with Njori. He holds out he's got big meaty hands. And he's got the stature he's maybe not quite as tall as Shari is, but he's got the for a normal human, he's got the wideness and the bulk of a half orc. His hand is almost twice the size of yours as he reaches out to get a shake.
Yeah, charmed to meet you. I'll return the shake very gently. I really do not want him crushing my fingers.
The name's Adral Hestrom. I'm the venture captain in charge of all the new recruits. He shakes firmly and then moves on to Femur.
Femur reaches up with both hands and kind of grabs as many fingers as they can. Oh, big man hands, big hands. Nice to meet you.
He kind of laughs at that, and he seems to not want to crush your hands either. So he just puts a thumb over the two of your hands and gently shakes. This causes your entire body to go up and down as he does so. Adral Hestrom, pleasure's all mine. And then he makes his way over to Shari.
And Shari stands up and takes his hand firmly. The pleasure is all mine.
You got a good handshake. Well, and he releases your hand and steps back a bit and makes his way towards one of the pillars in the room. He puts both hands behind his back and turns away from you as he begins to speak. Let me. Did I? Aha, there we go. Well, I want to give you all a nice and firm welcome on behalf of the society. I know that you haven't earned your Wayfinders just yet, but I can't imagine with talents like yours, you'll probably move through the ranks pretty fast, he says as he turns back with a smile. This first mission is a bit of let's call it a personal one. The deans wanted me to give you guys something hopefully easy, a little bit of a softball to get you warmed up and ready for the adventuring life. This will hopefully take place here in the city. And he clears his throat and starts to pace back and forth between these two columns as he explains the situation. So, friends, we've got a serious problem. Skelg the Ripper just came to town about a month ago. I know the name sounds a little bit suspect, but I assure you, Skelg's a longtime friend of mine. Like many Ulfin warriors, he joined the Long Axes, the Taldan Emperor's personal guard, whose duty it is to protect the embassy and the Taldan visitors to Absalom. Skelg's also dropped a pretty hefty sum of gold to purchase a manor here in the Ivy district, something that a Long Axe just isn't normally paid well enough to do. It's widely assumed that he must have brought some of his wealth with him from the north. Rumor I know to be true, he says with a kind of wry smile. But it seems that my good buddy Skelg also brought some kind of curse with him. and the atmosphere goes. He like his face grows serious at the mention of a curse. It wasn't but a day ago that I got this letter from him. He produces a piece of parchment and kind of just taps it in his hand. In his letter, he tells me that he's been sick, lying in bed in this miserable summer, dying from the cold. Neither physician nor priest has been able to cure his ailments, but there don't seem to be any signs of poison or disease either. I'm now slightly convinced that the music is too loud, but maybe it really is just my headset. Alright, I think it's fine.
Don't bother me none, but...
Alright. He shakes his head, not sure where that comment came from. Anyway, now, I know Skelg and I know Ulfin warriors. Dying in bed isn't exactly an honorable death for his type. I can't imagine that he's feeling too good about being stuck at home all the time, and given how bad this thing sounded, I'd like you guys to check it out. And normally, I'd say that the Pathfinder Society would just kind of monitor these sorts of events and let the authorities deal with them, but there's a couple of factors, we'll call them, that have drawn our interest a bit further. First off, he says, raising one meaty finger in front of his face. First off, Skelg himself is a member of our society, and has personally asked for our help. Second, he raises his second finger. I guess his middle finger, as it were. He, like I said, he's a good personal friend of mine, and finding a sparring partner as worthy as Skelg to replace him would just be like... I don't know. I don't want to think about it. And third, perhaps the most real reason, in his letter he mentions some kind of artifact. Something of great power that might have caused this illness. That is what is of interest to the Lodge here. So, we view this situation as having just enough importance to assign the three of you to investigate it. I want you to go to the home of Skelg the Ripper, learn what you can, and do your best to help him. If you find any kind of strange mystical artifacts that the Society might be interested in taking a look at, especially if they're connected to this curse, I'd also like you to either come back with said artifacts or learn enough about them that you can document them in your reports to us in the end. So glean whatever information that you can and report back to us. He lets out a sigh, and the jovial grin returns to his face. Well, I trust there's no questions.
Said he was in the Abbey District?
Yes, he lives in on Parkview Street.
Oh, that is fancy. Well, I'm good, unless one of you two thought of something.
Oh, that seems pretty clear-cut to me.
Find the curse. Femur is excited.
Glad someone is. Well,
excited about a curse. You'll fit right in with the Society, I think. He gives a hearty laugh and starts to make his way towards the door that you all came in from. Wait a sec, I forgot. He then makes his way a long way back around to the head of the table where he was seated when you all came in, and reaches for a small box. He picks it up and brings it over to you. He'll kind of slide it onto the table in front of Njori and pop it open. And can I guess I can just drop it on the table. There we go. These are from the Society to help you with your mission. Once you're ready to do your final commencement, you'll have to do it without our help. But for these starter missions, we figure it's prudent to make sure that you don't come back dead or worse.
You know, I really appreciate that, actually. It's quite kind of you. I would definitely not want to die. So, we got some... What is all this stuff? Fancy looking.
As you start to dig through it, he is going to just make his way out of the room.
Goodbye.
And
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Nori. What's inside?
Couple fancy looking crystal things, couple potions, probably healing from the look of them. Scroll. Nori will take the scroll and toss it to Femur. Seems like your kind of thing anyway.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, magic.
It's
a magic missile. Out of character, I just laughed.
It's real magic.
Yes. 2 potency crystals, 2 minor healing potions, and a scroll of magic missile. You should be able to just drag those out of this little loot sheet and onto your characters, I hope.
Is it that fancy? Can we really do that? I'm taking one of these potency crystals. I just did. That is real neat.
I will also take one.
Is there a way to equip it to...
There's probably not any way to equip it. I think you just have to remember to use it.
All right. I'll just have to fix it to my my pistol at some point later. Who wants a healing potion? I think Femur would benefit just in case. Hopefully nothing happens, but...
Femur has one if no one else does, but I will take it. Or we will take it.
I have to get used to Femur's pronouns.
Well, I'll take one and you two can squabble over the other. How about that?
No, Femur can have it. I still have my tool. I still have my first aid kit with me, so I should be fine taking care of you guys.
All right. Well, I got a little healing if need be, but again, hopefully nothing bad goes on. Just gonna go check it out and see what we can do.
I'm glad it's you two that I'm doing this with.
Could have been a worse team, that's for sure. So, are you going to be summoning a bunch of dead stuff again, Femur?
Femur does not summon dead stuff. Dead stuff helps Femur.
Right, it's the other way around. My bad. Good to know. I should be expecting that. All right. Well, we should set off for the Ivy District.
All right. I assume you know the way there.
I mean, more or less. I went to college in there, so sure we can find our way.
All right. You lead and I'll follow.
All right.
All right.
So the 3 of you depart the Pathfinder Society headquarters, the Grand Lodge, which is located here in the foreign quarter of Absalom. Absalom itself is a pretty big city. And you were told that this house is in the Ivy District, which is to the north. Do you guys just head straight there?
Unless there's some reason we need a detour.
Yeah. Let's
Nope.
go.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. So, satisfied with your items and your preparation, you all make your way over to the Ivy District. Now, getting to the Ivy District is easy enough. You've been here in Absalom for quite some time. We'll say it takes maybe an hour and a half, hour 20, something like that, to make your way over to the Ivy District. But once you're there, you have no idea where, well, at least by default, you need to find where he lives. So, how would you like to do that?
I figured I'd just ask around.
Okay. That would be gathering information. That would be a diplomacy check then.
Talk to some folks.
I'll go ahead and aid.
Okay. Go ahead and give that an aid then.
That's why I remember which button has the skills.
We also got that drop down up top there if you want. That helps.
Oh yeah, if you click your character, you get the little drop down. Yeah. Okay, so that is a 4 for an 8 on the aid. That is a failure. I think that is a critical failure, right? Because 8 is normally a 20.
Baseline high.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is a -1 to your gather information attempt.
Yeah, well, we'll just see what we can find then. That is going to be a total of 16 with that negative.
16. You know, it'd be nice if I kept my charts near me. Oh, well. Alright. 16 on gather information is a success. So the three of you go asking around. Femur is mostly quiet or doing stuff in the background while Shari and Njori do most of the talking. I guess Shari is like a little bit confused as to the. I'm trying to think of how Shari would mess up an aid here. I guess you're maybe
I'm a bit too open about.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Yeah, I think actually, maybe you're just a little bit nervous about the mission. This is your first real mission after all, and you do want to impress. And while you guys are talking to various people, you're either a bit too direct, or you keep trying to maybe you ask like a little bit too aggressively. Or stand a little bit too imposingly, and people get a little bit spooked off and run away. But even that said, it's not enough of a problem. You are eventually able to find out that he does in fact live on Parkview Street at a place called the Grey Dog Manor, which it has recently been renamed. Since he has come into town. The person that you talk to gives you fairly decent directions, so now it's just a matter of making your way there. If somebody could give me either a society check or a survival check, I would take either one.
Could do survival, I suppose. If you got society, you might be better off than I.
I've got neither to help with that, sadly.
I can assist, but in this case, I think you're going to just be better off leading us the way.
Femur leaves. Whoops. Public roll.
Look, I won't say my time in college was, party school sort of situation, but maybe I didn't look around so much. So.
Same as diplomacy roll, 17.
Society. So yes, 17 on the society check is good. You guys only take about 20 minutes to, not 20 minutes, sorry, that should be 10 minutes, from where you are to find the manor. So you arrive around 6:30 in the afternoon. It was about 3 something when you got your initial summons, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, you guys start walking up on this manor. Let me move you guys over to it. Okay. So you're approaching along the street. This manor is isolated. It's a good like 15, 20 feet away from other buildings. It's kind of in the middle of its own street, or like there are 4 streets around it, and it has no buildings jutting up right next to it. The manor itself has 6-foot-high walls of stone all the way around it, and it seems to have like a courtyard of about 40 by 40 feet in the front. And then the building itself is about the same size as the courtyard, 2 stories in the back of the property. You can hear rushing water, probably fountains, or a fountain of some kind. You can see there seems to be only one immediate point of entry, which is a large iron gate that is flanked by 2 massive stone hound statues. Yeah, that is what you can see. So you can also see there are a bunch of trees overhanging. They're clearly like along the sides of the fence, and some of the branches are hanging over the street, dropping leaves into the onto the street, and probably need to be swept. So, what do you guys want to do?
Probably should say hi, right?
Get her towards the door.
Oh,
So
Femur will just
really fancy to think one person lives in this huge place that's bigger than some of the churches I've seen.
well, when you got money, might as well spend it, I suppose. Seems a bit much for one person. What? Maybe he's got a family, I don't know.
Oh God!
I forgot it. I forgot to change this.
I like the noises. I mean, that's fun.
Femur will knock.
So you make your way up to it's two doors of a solid iron gate. You just start knocking at it, Femur.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to get louder with my femur voice. Oh, I thought that was a knocking noise. I was like, geez.
Oh, no.
And you take
That's me rolling
500
dice.
points of damage
Ow!
from the trap that you did not see.
Okay, yeah, you knock,
Trapped in one
and
house.
it takes a few moments. Sorry, I need to like decouple the camera from me panning around, I guess. Well, no, that's fine. You hear, so after a few minutes, you hear or like a minute or so, you hear footsteps crunching through dirt. And eventually, you hear an unlock of the gate and an opening of the door, or of one side of the gate. Is this guy not visible? Where is he? There he is. Hello.
There he is.
There's Adam. Hey, Adam. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Please recover soon. Adam is in the chat. But yeah, so this guy, he's a tall, blonde man with his hair tied back in with braids. He's got a thick, like mutton chop beard, and at his side is or I guess out his back is a massive great axe. He's wearing it's probably a simple like guard uniform, a kind of light jerkin with a tabard and a surcoat. And he just kind of cracks the gate open to look at you. Go away. We don't want any solicitors.
Femur is not selling.
You wouldn't want what they'd be selling anyway, trust me.
He looks down at Femur and looks at Njori.
Hi there, sir. We're from the Pathfinder Society.
Sorry, we don't want any of them Pathfinder Chronicles.
No, I think you must understand. We're sent here to help. Mr. Skelg, I believe.
Mr. Skelg's busy right now. He's feeling quite ill. I'm
Right,
sorry,
that's
you'll
what
have
we're
to come
sent to
back
help
another
with.
day.
So if you would just if you want to just let us in, we can happily help him out with him feeling poorly. We're good at handling curses.
Femur is basically a doctor.
There's nobody else I'd trust with dealing with possibly undead things.
He cracks his he raises an eyebrow suspiciously as he looks at the three of you, and then he looks back behind him. You're not sure at what. And looks back at you all. Let me check with the boss. And he closes and locks the gate. And then you hear him walking away.
Did that seem strange to anyone else?
Definitely strange.
How long should we wait before we break in?
Ooh. Femur can climb.
Actually, I can't. That's a lie. I don't have a climb speed.
You can try. You just wouldn't be moving quite as fast otherwise.
But Femur doesn't know.
Best I can do is break it down, which is just going to probably get us in trouble.
That's true, and I'm no good at picking things.
How
tall-
high? Oh, there
No,
you
I was
go.
asking the same question.
How tall are the walls?
The walls are 6 feet.
That's not bad, actually. I could probably jump that. I mean, might be a bit much because I'd have to pull myself up, but
One of us.
Yeah,
is 6
I
foot.
can.
yeah, sure.
I
I can boost
barely
us.
see over that, so I could probably get over there and help you guys over.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Were these iron gates barred, or was it just a flat iron?
It's a
see-through
flat
sort of deal.
Yeah, it's flat iron. You can't see through it.
All right. Well, how long?
The
do you want to
gate
give them before
itself-
we just
The gate itself is a little bit arched, so the gate is slightly higher than 6 feet, but the stone walls around it are all 6 feet.
Oh, I was more for visibility, trying to determine.
I see.
But
It's weird that we weren't told about any. I guess he might not have thought to tell us about any hired help, but I don't know, maybe a few minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take him to walk back there with how big this place is. Assuming that's what he's actually going to go do.
can we tell if there's any movement inside while we stand out here for a minute?
You can give me a perception check, like a secret perception check.
Oh, a secret perception check. Yes, I can. One of them buttons someplace. That button.
Okay. You take a moment and try to listen. You maybe even go a little bit closer to the gate to try and hear a little bit better. But you don't. The footsteps have stopped. It sounds like they've faded out already. And you can't make out anything else because there's that bubbling sound of water burbling. That's a little bit too loud for you to pick up much of anything else.
Very well. You want to take a peek, Femur? What was that?
Hold on one second. Oh, okay, I have to read spell. But I've lost it. Here it comes. I think this can move out. I think so. I guess I can't see the lock on the other side of the door. But let's see. Could I cast Mage Hand and try and unlock the other side of the door since there's no roof?
Oh. Well, you're pretty sure that you need a key. If it's a key lock.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know if it's a key lock for sure.
Like
Yeah, you could try, but yeah, you're not sure if it actually uses a key or not.
well, is there a keyhole?
Oh, actually, yeah, you can from this side, yes, you can see that there is a keyhole.
Can I see through the keyhole?
Sure, yeah. You can put your face up to the keyhole and look through. I'll let
presses
you.
their face against the door.
Okay, you press your face through the door, and you can see. Whoops, I need to set the camera back to follow mode. You can see through across the courtyard. It's surrounded by trees. There's a path that leads straight up to the manor's entrance. There's two fountains on either side, flanking the entryway with two. Each fountain has like a stone dog that's like spewing out water from its mouth. And you can just make out there are two of these guards. They seem to be discussing something. They're like talking to each other somewhat emotively, like with their hands. They're just kind of standing in front of the door talking to each other.
Big guards are talking. Femur can see.
Did the guard earlier give us an impression of hostility in terms of not wanting to deal with us, or really was it just don't want to disturb the boss?
That would be another. I can actually roll your perception check. Let's see.
All right.
You're not really sure what he meant by that, but you did notice, like, now that you think about it, there's something a little bit weird that he was wearing a surcoat, but he had it on backwards. Like, now that you think about it, you notice that, like, as he walked away, you remember seeing the tag in the back of his coat, just kind of like hanging out.
Mm-hmm. This is a strange way to wear it. Well, all right. So do we want to go in? What do you see in there, Femur? Besides the Margoin, just nothing?
I see again.
Yes, inside out is what I
can't see anything.
what I meant.
Yeah. Can I peek through the keyhole again to see I've lost sight?
Yeah, you can peek through the keyhole again.
Okay, there we go.
And as you do, you can see the one that had talked to you guys earlier is making his way back in your direction.
Oh, guard is returning. Guard is returning.
Shari, if you don't mind, would you be kind enough to stand where I am? Maybe be prepared to make a grab if we feel it necessary to talk to this guy a little bit more in detail.
You got it right here.
Oh, it's very confusing that your name is Shari.
Yeah, I was confused there for a second too. I was like, you wouldn't ask if you.
I would be talking to
to
Femur,
grab.
not Shari. That's right.
Okay. It takes a few minutes for him to walk over because he's not like running over anything. He's walking very casually. You hear the door unlock and then open.
Oh.
And he appears again. Sorry, mates. Boss just isn't feeling too good. You will have to come back tomorrow. We've got the doctor coming soon.
Sure. Now, just to double check, is that why you went and talked to your friendo back there and not actually to your boss? Or are you going to tell me that's your boss there and not the person that we're actually here to see? So you're asking the wrong person first place.
He looks back to behind him and then looks forward and narrows his eyes. Boy, you call
Look, we're here to
some
help,
kind of...
but if you're going to be lying to us...
Fine. If you want in that much. Follow me, he says with a sigh. And motions for you to follow.
Oh, appreciate it.
But he'll come around behind you and close the door and lock it.
Yeah, of course. We wouldn't want anybody else walking in off the street. That would be terrible.
No, the master doesn't like visitors, he says as he...
Oh, especially if he's feeling ill. Wouldn't want anybody else catching.
He kind of walks behind you all as you make your way up towards the door. Calmly walking up the path. You hear the fountains.
I mean, if we're all following
We're gonna get there.
Njori's only so fast, so it's going to take a minute.
Oh, Femur will skitter around.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Femur is much faster.
Smells. I think I'm only 25 feet because I'm small.
Well, you're still faster than Njori. He's 20 because he's a dwarf.
Oh, well, yes.
That's okay. Yeah, Shari's just gonna keep herself between Njori and the guard.
Appreciate you having my back.
Okay. So once you get up to the front, the other guard who was standing at the door kind of quirks an eyebrow and I thought we said that the boss was busy. And the one in the back shrugs and says, they just wanted a bit of time to
Look, we're here
see
to
him.
help. That's all.
The one in the front frowns and starts to reach for his axe. Well, I'm afraid that help isn't on the menu, and I will need you all to roll initiative.
Okie dokie. What's the button here?
Is there some way?
I think he might need to activate something.
Yes, I think I need to make an encounter.
Start
boy.
the encounter.
I'm good at this.
There we go. Ooh.
How do I add
That's a
enemies to
pretty good roll.
encounter? I've forgotten how this works. It's only been a week off. Initiative. And initiative. There we go. Okay.
Ooh.
Alright, I think that rolled for both of them. Yeah, select the guards and start encounter. I should have selected them first. Thank you. Okay. So, as the two guards are reaching for their axes, Njori, you react first with 25. The guard in the back is at a 22. Femur's at 18, Shari is at 11, and the one in the front is at 8. begin. Oh, jeez.
All right. Njori's gonna.
Let me mute.
Sound effects
let me
from the
mute that
game are a
tab.
bit loud. I don't mind it. I just they're a bit loud.
I'll mute the tab for now.
All right. As I was going to say, Njori's going to actually quickly turn around after clapping his hands together and pat Shari on the breastplate real quick, just on the stomach, and go, here, you're gonna need this. And he will cast magic weapon on Shari, so that you now have a fancier bastard sword to throw around at things. And after that, he's gonna start making his way off into the brush a bit.
Okay.
And that will be his 3 actions.
All right, you just dart under a tree. Okay, the guard in the back will let's see. I'll turn down the music a little bit more. Guard in the back is going to fully draw and grip his axe with both hands. So that's 1 action. Second action is to he's going to his expression just changes very suddenly. He begins to froth at the mouth and just yells as he's going to rage. And his third action is a strike towards Shari. I'm just checking a thing because I didn't put that in right. Rage. 2 extra damage to weapon strikes. Okay, and -1 AC. Got it. Okay, so he's going to can I set this all to be blind? Strike. There we go. Okay. He strikes. That is a 15 to hit Shari. So he swings with both hands, and you quickly react, jump to the side, and the axe hits the dirt behind you. Femur's turn.
It is Femur's turn. And sorry if I mess up using my spellcaster, because I do not normally play spellcasters, and I'm learning.
That's the first time for everything.
First things first. Femur will skitter over here.
Okay, you dart over towards one of the bushes.
Also not used to a slow movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Back to
then,
level 1.
real quick, I'm going to use... So from what I can read, so for electric arc, let me get my little measure. As long as the 2 characters are within the spell range, it works?
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the spell electric arc is described a little bit weirdly. You're doing 2 separate jolts. It's not jumping from one to the other.
Oh, okay. So they're both in my range. And I have a spell reach, which is excellent. So they're both super in my range. But I will roll that. Let's see. For
Okay.
both of them. Click. Reflex saving throw.
Okay, they both have to do a reflex save. Will this work? Let's see.
Say what it's against on my thing.
One got...
Reflex, it says...
Yeah, it's DC 17 when I roll it, so I can see the save.
Good.
So yeah, versus DC 17, the one near the entrance got a 13, so that's a failure. The one behind Shari got a 19, which is a success. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay. Will roll the damage. Roll. I'll have 3.
Oh, 3 plus 4, so 7.
Oh, I see
so-
7. I read that wrong. 7.
So the one near the door takes half of that, so he takes 4, and the one behind Shari takes the full amount of damage. The arcs of electricity shoot out and zap both of them. The one behind Shari almost drops to a knee, staggered by the power of the lightning strike. Shari, it's your turn.
Let's see.
Shame it had to come to blows so quickly. Go ahead and first action, pull out the bastard sword. Both hands. Then second action, we will take a swipe at this gentleman next to me.
Okay, that's a 20. That will hit. Roll damage. Oh. 19 points of damage. You
I learned this from watching you, Jason.
you swing behind you, and I was going to give him death saves, but you just snap his head right off. He tumbles to the ground dead.
Oh dear, that was a lot more potent than I thought it was going to be.
You're welcome.
Magic weapon at level 1 is no joke.
Have time to I mean, they didn't even have time to regret their actions. Shari walks up and walks up to here, ready for the other guy.
Square
Okay.
off.
So you move up towards the next one. All right, that one, a bit surprised and stunned, is going to rage himself, grab his axe, and take a swing.
You know, he did say he was drawing his axe already.
That's true.
When
Well,
we
I said
started
he
the
was
counter, so
he was reaching for his axe, but he drew it slower than everyone else.
Well, I was gonna give you the draw.
Nah, that's fine. No. He didn't have his axe before the encounter started, so. Okay, yeah, he is going to take his swing at Shuri. That is a 22 to hit. I failed to target you beforehand, so I think that hits. Your AC is 18.
That'll hit.
Okay. So yes, he will hit with that. That will be... this is the wrong damage number, but... okay, I can just roll it. Roll 1d8 plus 3 plus... Rage is 2? 2. Rage is 2 damage. Alright. That is a total of... Oh, I rolled as if I were you, but reveal to everyone. That is 8 points of slashing damage from the Great Axe. And... Ow, I thought I muted it. Oh no.
I don't know. Well,
Top of the round.
Make self known. It was my turn.
Njori, it's your turn.
All right. First action this round is going to be for Njori to draw his the fancy pistol that he's got holstered at his side. Then he's just going to take aim and fire at this guy. See how well that works. That is going to be a 14 to hit. I don't know if that's going to do it.
14. That will hit. Roll damage.
All right. Not a whole lot of damage. That's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, 5 points of piercing damage is enough. You shoot him square in the chest, and he hits the ground hard. It says he's dead, but he is unconscious and bleeding.
All right. Well, I'm going to reload for my third action, and we'll see if Shari can do something to help, or Femur. I don't know. We just need to talk to him.
It's Femur. Do I have anything nice in my spell list?
I mean,
now.
we should be not. Shari is supposed to be redeeming people or something. Give him a chance to mend
Well,
his ways.
Femur looks at Shari and questionably goes, "Femur killed?" Question mark?
Let's. Well,
It's yelling at me. That's my turn.
all right. First action, we're gonna go
right.
ahead and switch to one-handed grip.
I think you just release.
Oh,
Oh yeah, to switch to one-handed grip, you just you drop
It's
it with one
re-gripping
hand.
that-
It's free.
It's regripping with 2. That's an action, but
gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I just switched one hand as free action, then I'll spend 2 actions attempting to perform first aid.
Okay. Go ahead and give me.
I assume we all have rope to tie him up.
I should have some rope.
Okay, where's that medicine?
Is this through battle medicine?
You know, now that I think about it.
There is. How long does first aid normally take?
First aid normally takes.
First aid, I think, is an action you can do in battle.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You're thinking treat wounds. Treat
you're
wounds
right,
is a
you're
different
right.
action.
Yes. Yeah. Administer first
Administer
aid.
is 2
of
actions
course.
to administer first aid.
Okay, administering the first aid.
I'm so used to us being at high levels that nobody does
Pass
this.
rolls.
20. That is to stabilize. That is a success. You managed to stop him
All right.
from dying. He is now wounded 1. All right, and the encounter is over.
All right, I'll holster my pistol again.
I'll put him at 1 HP.
Well, the
but
curse
he
is looking a little more mundane, don't you think?
Sure seems that way. Well, do you find anything of interest over there, Femur?
Femur has picked up the severed head and is kind of looking it over, places it a bit. I don't know if the body's laid down, so they like kind of turn it, try and like fit it back on a bit, look like pretty happy with what they've done, and then the head like rolls away again.
Just rolls to one side and keeps going. I'm just gonna let that go. Not worry about
Femur
that too
does
much.
not have sutures.
And then scoots back up to be with everyone.
Well, I got some rope here, so I'll go ahead and start working the time up real quick, and then we can see about figuring out what's going on in here.
Okay.
Yes, I'll
yeah.
check as well. She's doing that. I'll check their pockets for keys or anything.
Keys. Femur will go check the other body for keys as well after hearing about that.
Yeah, so the first, so Femur, you find a small pouch of how much gold? You find a small pouch with 4 gold in it on that body. You also find his great axe, which is just a normal great axe, but this one does not have any keys on him. The other one, the one that Shari is currently near, that Njori is tying up, that one has a simple key ring with 2 keys on it. One's an iron key, and one is a bronze key. And he has a pouch with another 4 gold in it. And obviously his great axe as well.
I'm not going to be bothering with the great axes at all. I'm just tying them up for now, so y'all sort whatever you find.
Femur runs back over.
8 gold. Yep. Jackpot! We found the keys.
Good.
Just gonna go ahead and take the great axes and put them somewhere away. Probably just toss them in the bushes for now.
How's Char looking?
Okay. Yeah, you just toss both into the bush nearby.
Oh, and then I'll also go ahead and tap myself for with lay on hands. Which does, I think, just 6.
Yeah, it's not too bad. No.
Nearly maxes you.
Let's,
Level 1, you got 20 HP. You're at 12, so.
Let's go ahead and wake this guy up. I will gently slap him on the face as to attempt to create consciousness in him.
Okay.
Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, you slap him a couple times. Femur is chanting "Wake up," and it takes a few minutes, but eventually you do get him back to consciousness. Hey, what are you? What do you want with
I think you
me?
made a mistake there, bud. Well, now that you're back with the land of the living, we're trying to figure out what's going on with our good friend. Do you want to talk some more, or should we knock you out and stab you a bit and bring you back a few times?
That would be a coercion. Give me intimidate.
I'm sure that's going to go swell, because I don't think I had enough to train that. That's over here, intimidation. Well, that's a 17. That ain't too bad.
All right, 17. He like braces, like he winces in pain a bit. Fine. We work for Bengir. Bengir Halderson.
Alderson, huh? I assume that means that you're not friends with Skelg, huh?
No, I don't know what's the beef between the two of them, but I'm friends with well, my dad's friends with Bengir's uncle, see. And I only agreed to this job as a family favor. But we all
Respectable.
all we were told to do was to keep the man locked up in the house, not let him see anybody.
I gotta ask you a real important question. If somebody ever did that to you, how would you feel about it?
He looks like he averts looking directly at you. Well, if I had dishonored another man, perhaps I would have deserved it.
Would you, though? I mean, really? Leaving somebody locked up is almost a kind of torture. Disrespect, of course, should be paid in kind, but it's one thing to repay disrespect. It's another thing to torture a man. Now, I wouldn't want to do that to you, but I needed something out of you. So I'm wondering, is Bengir here for revenge, or is he looking for something?
A bit of both. He says, I think he already got what he wanted. We looted the manor a few days ago. As for revenge, well, you can go see the old fool for himself, or for yourself. Ain't nothing bringing him back.
Suppose we'll see about that. Well, Shari, did you want to do something, trying to save a soul or what have you?
You got any more of these family favors you need to do?
No. He looks at you and glances at your sword, which is still slick with blood. Right after this, I'm just gonna go right home. In fact, I'm guessing you guys are gonna want to talk to my boss, huh? He seems to be trying to like plead a little bit. If you let me go, I'll tell you where he is.
I think we can agree to that, but you're not getting let go now until we're gone.
That's fine, as long as I keep my head.
Well, I'll try to promise that, but I
It's
can't promise about the other guy.
If you lose your head, Femur will attach it to you again.
The warehouse. He's got a warehouse by the in the docks. And he proceeds to spout out an address, which is, I guess the defining feature is that it's near the Rosy Fingers Tavern.
What's a great name?
Can I tell you which district it is in? The warehouse. I'll remember what district it is in later, but it's by the water.
I think there is a docks district.
Ah, okay. In that case,
along
it's the docks district. Oh, yes, of course. That would make sense why they didn't specify.
There's the docks,
okay.
There's like the bluffs, precipice cliff, and then there's the puddles.
Yes, okay. So yes, it is a warehouse at a dock in the docks district, right next to the Rosy Fingers Tavern.
How do you feel about that?
It sounds pretty good to me. The only other question I had is there anybody else here before we go inside?
Just the old man and his servant. All the rest we kicked out.
Well, I think we'll just go check on them real quick, and then we can go ahead and let you go home and think about maybe doing some less dangerous family favors in the future.
He just lets out a sigh and resigns, kind of rolls himself up to his just sit cross-legged.
Njori will go down and start to drag the other corpse up to join him, so they can sit next to each other.
Femur will get the head. And
we're just going to leave you two here. We'll take care of this business when we get back.
Is that
we'll let you go. We already agreed. Well, here's the thing. I don't think we were intending to kill either of you. In fact, we were trying to be friendly. So I'm going to see what we can do to bring this guy back to life at some point, which is why we need him kind of whole. Because if one of the churches ain't going to do it, I figure our friend Femur here's got some plans. Trying to be nice. So, you just stay put. We'll let you go here in a minute. Just keep in mind, we're really trying not to be mean, but accidents happen.
Fine.
She'll go inside.
Hurry up. And
everyone else goes aside. Femur is like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Femur's like adjusting the head on the top and like turns the head to kind of face him. Then Femur looks at him. It just goes,
You two make good conversation together.
and then leaves. And it's like totally genuine. Like they will talk and have a good time.
I could end up with a very boring crew, but
the fake guard is like scooching his butt in the dirt to try and turn himself away as you guys make your way inside. So you unlock the door and head on in. You're greeted with a manor with many a torch lit, a massive white polar bear pelt decorating the entryway. It's not long of searching the manor before you make your way up the stairs. Whoop.
Mhm.
Look at
Ooh.
that. You're basically just following the lit torches. Many of the torches in the house are currently unlit, so clearly there's like a path to follow. And you see at the end of this hall on the second floor is a set of doors flanked by torches. There's clear torchlight coming in from beneath the door.
All right, well, let's take a look, see, and see what we can do here.
The door itself is locked, but you do have the key, so you can reach for the key and unlock it.
That's good, because I don't know how to pick no locks, so.
Check.
Okay. The door swings open.
Not necessary.
As the door opens, you're hit with like a wave of heat. It's already hot outside today. It's I'm like, what is Gosra? I think that's like April, isn't it? Pathfinder Gosra. It was already hot for the month. Sorry. Pathfinder calendar? I forget my order. Gosren is April. Okay. Yeah, so it's currently the middle of April, but today is a day like as if it were midsummer. Absalom already has quite the temperate climate and doesn't generally get too cold. So to step into this room at only 6 p.m, to be hit with this huge wave of heat is like pretty surprising. To your immediate left is a roaring fireplace, currently stocked full of wood, burning very brightly. Beside that is a large bed. Is he invisible? There we go, uninvisible. Is a large bed over which stands a manservant, currently wiping the brow of a very pale, sickly-looking man lying in the bed. There's drag marks on the floor. Clearly, this bed was repositioned to this spot in the room. Otherwise, stuff you see around the room: lots of big, heavy furs, many of which are actually piled up on the bed on top of the person who is lying there. The curtains are all drawn around the room, and yeah, I think that's basically it. The person in the bed doesn't even react, but the person standing beside him kind of jumps up skittishly. Whoa. Who are you? Have you come to finish him?
Wasn't planning to. We're rescuers, I suppose.
Oh,
I don't know what you call us, Shari.
Are you from the Pathfinder Society, perhaps?
That's correct. We're sent here to take a look or check up on your boss, and I guess we ended up helping you get or dealing with some guards, apparently.
You hear the person who's lying in bed through chattering teeth. Pathfinders, thank the gods. Please come closer. No, Master, you're not well enough. Please.
I think that's why we're getting closer, so he doesn't have to heal so much.
The three of you approach, and you can see that this man is not only deathly pale, but his skin is almost like it's like bright white with like a pale or a slight tinge of blue to it. He is sweating up a storm, but still appears to be like nearly frozen. You can see there's like a little bit of rosiness left in his cheeks and his nose. But otherwise he is just like shivering to the bone. He almost looks like he is like as if he were lying in a bed of ice. Good. Then my letter got to him. Tell me.
Sure did. Sorry, you were going to say?
No. I don't know what to say.
Well, mostly we're wondering if this is actually some sort of curse, and starting to sound like this Bengir might have stolen some stuff from you. A little worried about that now.
The servant nods at this. I see you already know of Bengir then. Oh, actually, sorry, wait. He might not know. Roll that back. Skelg in the bed goes, Bengir, that bastard, I knew it was him. The manservant then says, oh, you don't think those thieves the other night, they were his men? Damn it. I knew it. Skelg says as he like rolls to one side. He tries to like reach out weakly for your hand, Njori.
I'll offer it, I guess.
You touch his hand and it is freezing cold. You like knee-jerk reaction. It's like touching the inverse of a hot stove.
Like just a piece of ice. Oh.
Yeah, you've just touched a piece of ice. You like recoil like just involuntarily from the cold.
Well, when did this start exactly? After the thieves came by?
It's a long story. This is all a bit of petty revenge for
Petty don't look like the petty to me.
Okay, maybe it is more well-deserved revenge than I'm implying, but a few months ago, I was on my way back from the north. I ran into a funeral ship out on the sea, and it was fair game, as our culture dictates. There were no guards to protect it. I went on board and managed to, there were guards, but no. You get my drift. The guards are dead. In any case, I took some things, maybe, from the ship and brought them back with me here. And maybe, just maybe, the deceased's father, sorry, not father, the deceased son, has found out if... Tell me, the name, Bengir, was it Bengir Halderson?
That's the one.
Damn it all.
Well, now I'm in a bit of a pickle. because I really don't like helping thieves who murder people and steal their stuff, even if they are supposed to be on my side.
Look,
But you are on my
be,
side, supposedly.
It might be thievery to you, but that you would have seen that woman that they
Pretty
were
sure it was
going
thievery to them too.
Well, yes, but you didn't see his wife. They were going to kill her. She was to be burned on that pyre, along with him, and all his belongings. I couldn't just let that happen. So, I may have done a little bit of raiding. Took the ship.
That sounds like some weird sort
Took
of ritual.
the things. She didn't want to come back, so I just left her there. She wanted the ship. I thought everything was all fine. Well, if his wife didn't mind, then why would his son? I guess, but I suppose he must have found out, and he sighs, and it's still the entire time his teeth are just going, chittering, or not chittering. What's the word?
Clattering.
Clattering.
Chattering.
Yes, that's a good one. Chattering is also good too. Yeah, his teeth are just chattering the entire time as he's like trying to maintain some level of coherence. I don't know what they did to me. But if you can help, it would be very much appreciated.
Nori's just going to look at the other two.
I'm medicine check to see if I can figure out if this is like a disease.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicine time.
I'm gonna say you just like climb up onto the bed and start examining him.
Oh yeah, climb up, start staring, looking, like
Well,
touching.
Go right ahead. I'll step back.
16.
16. Okay.
real cool.
As you're examining him, and you ask him a few questions while you're doing so. Damn it! It feels like the frozen fingers of the deepest winter midnight have clutched at my heart. I haven't felt anything like this before. I just can't. No matter what I do, I can't get warm. And yeah, as you're examining him, you can tell something is definitely not right. This is almost certainly not a poison or a disease. Curse is very, very likely that it's some kind of curse. He is basically just radiating cold. It feels like every time he opens his mouth, there's like a burst of cold air from within, and you catch like little glimpses of like glowing blue light. It's like he's got like a portal to the elemental plane of cold inside of him. It's that like strong of a magical energy exuding from him. Whatever it is, it's not good, and by your estimate, he is going to be dead in maybe 6 days. Tops.
Nice.
I attempt religion to see if it try to glean the curse and what might be able to fix it.
Sure. Yeah, religion check is good.
Not with that.
Natural 3 for a 6. You think about if this is any kind of religious thing. It's possible that it has something to do with some kind of. This man is he's an elfin man, the equivalent of Pathfinder Vikings, I suppose. The guards that you've seen have all been Ulfin. These names have all been Ulfin names. Since he fucked with a funeral ship, maybe this is some kind of religious curse. Maybe he tripped something that he wasn't supposed to. But he did make it sound like it's something that happened recently, rather than months ago. So, yeah, as far as actual cause, you don't really know. That's just the thoughts that you're able to kind of piece together.
Gotcha.
Curses fall under occultism at any time. Would that be a check that could help here? Because an artifact
Sure.
was mentioned, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could try cultism.
That is my really good check. Oh, a 16 again. I love 16.
16. He mentioned, so there's been so you're thinking about like magical artifact. Is there a magical artifact involved? You heard him just mention that he did steal some things from that funeral ship, and you've also heard mention of Bangir perhaps stealing some things from the manor. You kind of connect the dots, and maybe it's one of the pieces from the ship that has cursed him. And possibly it's something that Bangir has activated or used, like at the time of the theft.
I see.
But this does seem like
Well-
the kind of curse that could emanate from an object. But you'd need to see the object probably to know more.
Emer needs to find the object.
What
Do you-
object?
By chance, know what kind of object? Yeah, we were just kind of wondering that. You stole a bunch of stuff from a ship, you said.
Yeah, I didn't see what all he took. It's all down in the basement. You can check the vault. I took a bunch of jewelry, some finer items, the head lantern of the ship, one of the tapestries they had on board. Everything. I'm not sure what all is. The servant speaks up. I believe so that they've, in particular, the lantern of the ship is missing. I was able to look the other day, and that's the main item I've noticed. Damn it. If that was a nice lantern, too.
You're dying right now, and you're worried about a head lantern that just got stolen because you think it looked pretty?
Well, I mean, if you saw it, you'd also think it looked pretty nice.
I'm
but...
just questioning priorities here. That's all.
Can't a dying man appreciate treasure?
From him. Well, genuinely, am I getting the impression that he liked the lantern because he thought it was pretty, or is this possibly some sort of actual enchantment from the lantern that might be related to the curse?
I
don't know if I could do a secret perception or whatever.
Yes, I rolled you a secret perception. You got a natural 20. It is merely because he liked how it looked. You get the sense that everything he took from that ship was probably just stuff he liked the look of. And the fact that he's got it sitting in a vault... I really
don't like this fella.
The fact that he's got it sitting in a vault is probably just because he likes looking at it, and not because he wanted to sell it or anything. Oh, but you do recall that he did buy this manor with a surprising sum of money, so he must have sold some things to be able to afford this place.
That's true. Probably some real fancy stuff too. Look at all this room you don't even need. I'll curl up in the corner here. Anyway,
Look,
Well,
I know you
regardless of
don't
guys
think
in
I'm the best
higher-
guy. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Regardless of our viewpoints of your priorities, I think it's best that we get to the bottom of this and beat this guy. Or at least talk to this other guy and see if we can get it back and maybe work something out.
Good. Well, if you do find out whatever gave me this curse, you're welcome to keep it, even if it is pretty.
Thanks, I guess, for giving us the cursed item. Real thought.
No problem. Anything for a
else
fellow
you two wanted
Pathfinder.
Just got to keep remembering the fellow Pathfinder. Anything you two want to check on before we, I guess, how late in the day is it? Do we have time to go to the docks, or do you think it might be getting a little late? Or maybe now's a good time to go to the docks.
It's about 7:10 p.m. You make your way over to like the window and pop it open.
Just kind of peek through. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can see it's getting late, but there's still light outside.
Is the are the guards? I don't know if I can
it's dark actually.
lean out a bit. Can I peek the guards over here? See if they're still over yonder. Okay.
Yes, you can see them right there. Actually, I guess it is quite late. It is dark outside.
Yes, it's after 7, so we could sneak up to the docks now while it's dark, or we can sleep and go in like normal people during the daytime. I don't like skulking around much, but they also didn't seem very friendly when we came here, so don't expect the same there too.
There's no sense in having him suffer any longer than necessary. I'm willing to go check it out now. I just need a few more minutes meditation first, if you don't mind.
What do you think, Femur?
In 6 days.
I mean, he's got 6 days. Sounds like.
6 days is many time.
Not that I'm saying we should make him suffer, nothing. I'm just saying we do got a bit of time. But if you think we should go tonight, Shari, that's fine.
I mean, I can do either, whichever you prefer, but I'm definitely ready to deal with this while the trail's still fresh, as quickly as possible.
All right. Let's get a move on then.
So, yeah.
All right, so you take your 10 minutes to refocus, and then the three of you...
While Shari's taking 10 minutes, I'm actually going to sit in the corner, pull out my repair kit, and start attaching the potency crystal that I picked up to my gun so that I can use it there.
All right.
Yeah, I guess if you don't mind an extra 10 minutes of that, then I'll do so as well.
Do you have a repair kit?
Oh, no, I don't.
Then I will take care of it for you.
Okay.
Just need to borrow your sword for a minute.
Okay. So you guys spend a little bit of time refocusing, attaching some crystals, and then start to make your way out. As you leave the room, the servant follows you, and once the three of you are all out in the hallway, he closes the doors behind him and whispers, the master didn't bring it up, but be careful about the things if you end up looking around in the basement. That lantern that was stolen, it's very peculiar. One of the guards, before the lamp was stolen, one of the guards had tried lighting it, and it caused the tapestry that my lord brought back to glow very brightly. Said guard went and touched the tapestry and disappeared for a time, and when he returned, he said it was some kind of ship on the other side. I don't know what all that's about, but he went to go check it out a second time and never returned. Just thought I'd mention that, in case it was of any use to you.
I suppose I appreciate it, but my first thought is he got teleported to a place with a ship and decided to go back without, proper preparation, or maybe asking somebody who knows a thing about teleportation what might be going on.
Well, he was a bit foolhardy. He thought maybe that ship had some kind of treasure on it that he could claim for himself.
Starting to sound like this whole building's full of foolhardy people, but hard to say. Anyway.
That's just how people are sometimes. We didn't tell the master about the disappearance. We said that he just went on vacation. But if you do manage to find him and can bring him back home safely, that would
Went
be...
to the farm.
Or if you find out anything about him, that would be very useful. I'm sure his family would...
By chance, do you have a name for this guard?
Yes, I do have a name for him. What is his name? The DM thinks. Did the DM write his name down in a useful spot? Maybe he did. The guy that's talking to you is Tirfyr, Tirfyr, and the guy who is missing is Tyros, Tyros.
Tyros. All right. Well, if we see Tyros, then we can let him know he's missed. To be clear, you said that he lit the head lantern, and the light from the head lantern made this tapestry light up, and then he touched it and disappeared.
Yes, that is correct.
And when he reappeared, was it just like same place? Did he just walk up and knock on the door one day?
Yes, he actually came back through the tapestry. I can actually, if you don't mind, I could take you to go look. It's just in the basement.
Y'all want to look at a weird tapestry?
Yes.
Might as well.
Okay. Well, taking his offer, the four of you make your way to the basement. There is, does that work? Kind of works. There we go.
There we are.
All right. So you head down into the basement. You have to take a ladder to. There's a. It's like a padlocked safe vault trapdoor that you open and then climb down a ladder to get into the basement itself. And once you're there, you see there's a just array of shelves filling the room. A big chandelier with little continuous flames lit to keep the room at least dimly lit. And at the far end of the room, there is a tapestry that is just hanging there. It depicts a long ship, the kind that looks like it probably needs to be oared by a bunch of people on the lower decks. And yeah, it's basically just a big white tapestry with this giant long ship sailing the seas. There's like a cloudy sky in the background. It seems normal right now. It's just dimly lit by the chandeliers.
Well, it's certainly well made, if nothing else.
Yes, the master is quite fond of it. But since the lantern's disappearance, I haven't found a way to get it to turn back on.
Out of curiosity, when did your master start feeling all of the chills and such? Was it timing-wise related to this lantern at all disappearing? Or being activated in the first place?
It was the same night that they stole the lantern that the master fell ill. He didn't start... It wasn't until the morning that we first noticed. He went to stop the thieves himself, but was... he said he was knocked unconscious by a bright blue light. It sounds like the lantern to me, but he says he doesn't remember exactly what happened. Since then, the next day he started feeling the chills, and the day after he was completely immobilized, and that's when Bengir, I presume, if that's his name, he's a man with a magenta beard, showed up with a group of his thugs and started demanding things of the servants, kicked us all out except for me, and that is basically... We've been like that since, for the last couple of days, I suppose. Just waiting. I've managed to get a letter out on the master's orders, slipped it through the window, and a passerby caught it, and I suppose delivered it for us successfully. If that is how you arrived.
Well, somebody let us know, so imagine it was the letter. I believe that's what we were told. Would have been nice if there was some mention letter of these guards beforehand. Would have been a bit better prepared, but I suppose for next time your boss gets captured.
The master was worried that it would potentially be intercepted, and he wanted to keep things vague.
Well, we're about to go down to the docks and fight some very dangerous people and try and save your boss. You got anything down in here that might help us do that?
He looks around. I'm afraid most of these things are not terribly useful. He makes his way over to a shelf and picks up a large bone fork. Perhaps you could serve them a nice dinner?
Femur's more the cook than I am, I think, but we'll try something else.
I don't think that's made out of a femur.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that all of the master's personal weapons have been taken. Everything else here is mostly knickknacks of sentimental value from his ratings in the past.
That's fair. All right, well. I think we're going. Unless you had anything else you wanted to tell us beforehand, because do you know if they had any weird magics beside this lantern? Dude, you got to count on how many thieves came in here. Like 20, 2, 5, 18?
Well, there were only 2 here the night of the initial theft. I've seen as many as maybe 4 or 5 thugs with the man when he was here last.
Very well.
Femur has made their way over to the tapestry.
Femur has scampered over, guess 2 questions. Can they figure out what it's made out of? And can they figure out if there's any magic on it? They don't have detect magic.
Okay.
But maybe like an arcana check.
Sure. Take 10 minutes to try and... that would be like an identify magic. So you could take 10 minutes to try and look it over. Otherwise, to just identify the material, that would be crafting.
I do have quick identification.
Oh, okay. Then that would be only a minute.
Does that help me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll see what it's made out of first, just for fun. These are my good
Nice.
checks. 26. Well, 26. Is it made of nice cotton? What is it?
Yes, it is.
It's cotton.
Incredibly nice cotton. Or wool, or I don't really know tapestry materials, but it's possible that it actually says, but I don't recall. Yes, it is some very, very nice material. We'll put it that way. It seems to be waterproof. Actually, no. What are sails made out of? It's the same material as a sail.
Often?
Yeah, I guess it'd be canvas. But it's very nice canvas. If there is such a thing.
And then the other check is an arcana check for quick identify.
Yes, that would be an arcana check.
All right, let's try and get the same roll again. Close, 20.
20. Yes, there does appear to be a... there appear to be magical runes etched or like woven into the fabric. But they don't seem to hold magic themselves. Like they're not emanating any magic. None of them are glowing. It appears to be... They're like an activation target. They need to be activated by something else. By casting a spell on it, or by something needs to charge the runes to give them power. But they look like they can hold power for some time.
Turning on a lantern.
Perhaps. But yeah, they look like they need to be activated, set, and then they'll lose power over time if they're not continually fed. Yeah, that's what you learn.
Interesting. Our scamper's back.
Find anything?
It is magical. Very good material. But not magical without lantern. I think. We thinks.
Well, need a lantern, I guess.
All right. Well, but how long do you think it'll take to get to the docks?
It is the other side of town. It's going to take us probably a couple hours at this rate.
Yeah, probably about 2 hours walking.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like not the literal other side of town, but pretty damn close. So
Okay.
well, if we're going tonight, we better get a move on because it's going to get late real quick. So.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll still be here at the manor looking after the master. Should you find
By the
anything,
way, you can
please let me know.
leave now if you need to. The guards are dealt with.
Thank you. Perhaps I should actually go get some groceries. But I fear if I'm gone too long, the master might. I shouldn't think about that. Very well. Come. And he will escort you out to the front door. He will lock the... If you hand him... Oh, he'll ask for the keys. If you give him the keys back, he'll lock the gate behind him and go out to grab groceries while you guys are making your way around town. Walking fast.
You, of course, go ahead and let the guy go.
The poor guy.
Oh, right. He just kind of wordlessly nods and makes his way out of the courtyard and off in a different direction from you all. He walks a bit of the ways, and once he sees once he's got good distance on you, he starts sprinting to get away as fast as he can.
Oh. Hopefully he takes an opportunity to think about his life. We'll see. Meantime, heading down to the docks.
Okay. You guys have an address, so this would be either survival or society to navigate your way down to the right spot.
I would not be useful for helping out in this case. I get a little distracted on the way.
Society. I have good society.
It comes from being smart. Helps.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I good at these weird things? Like, oh, my character's very intelligent.
Femurs have to navigate these streets, especially down low level. It's real important for Femur to know where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody helps Femur.
Alright, I can do a society for it.
Yeah, I think me helping would actually be more hindrance in this case.
Definitely me.
All right, give it a shot.
Whee!
There goes.
14.
14. Okay. So this already was going to be a
Oh my.
Ooh.
is this 1 hour? Yeah, it's 1 hour. 2 hour. It takes you guys a good 3 hours. To I didn't mean for it to make the entire map dark, but
It's nighttime. We can see. We
that's
can
true.
actually see pretty far from that.
Well, I think just you. I think the other two can't see at all.
Oh.
But regardless, you make your way through the streets. They're well lit enough. I can probably make this map not nighttime, but in any case, you get a little bit lost trying to find the exact inn. You end up at another inn of a very similar name, tavern. You were trying to get to the Rosy Fingers Tavern. You end up at the Bloody Fingers Tavern instead, and then the Rosy Rose Tavern, and before you finally find the Rosy Fingers Tavern, which will be.
I'm trying to figure out if they're just ripping off each other, hoping to pull in business, or if they're just really uncreative.
They're just really uncreative,
say.
or both. Yeah.
I like fingers.
Fingers and roses. They got to think about that.
Yes.
So it
Fingers
is.
and
It
Roses
is.
my favorite banjo cover band.
It's pretty late, so you'll need some kind of light to walk the streets, especially once you get down into the docks. Do you guys have any form of light, or I mean, Njori's fine, but
I do, in fact. I have some torches and flint and steel. I'll go ahead and pull that out so that folks can use.
I have the light spell.
Well, you can just use the light spell then.
Yeah. What
I guess I'll hand the
item.
torch to Shari in case she needs it.
I'll take hold of it.
okay.
Pick up
What's
a rock
the
and hold it.
what's the range on the light spell?
That's a good question. Let's
I think it's 20.
20.
At this level, it's 20/20.
20,
It goes up to
okay.
60/60 at 4th, I think.
And then Shari is using a torch. Is that right?
Yes.
And I think torches are also the same deal.
Yep, they're 20/20 baseline.
2020. Okay.
It's
2020.
gonna go out of there and go into here. And
Torch.
then I'm going to take.
And light. I'll give you a little pulse light. Update type then. Okay. I think that's right. Yes. Yes.
Yas.
Let me activate
Oh,
warehouse map.
jeez.
Okay.
Please. All right.
So, you guys are walking down the street. It's very... Oh, actually, shit. I need to, because you guys arrived so late, I need to turn off some other lights. That's...
You here to imply that they ain't working super late in the evening? These people aren't dedicated to their jobs?
Not specifically, no.
Point of fact, they'd rather not be here at all today, but, you know.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are walking down the road. You see to your left is the tavern of the name that you were looking for. And once you get further down the street, you see just in front of you is actually the warehouse you're looking for. And you can, one of you at least, can see in the window that there is an elfin man leaned up against a barrel inside, just taking a nap.
Does it look like the door's
So
locked?
you can see through the window. Yes, it does look like the door is locked. I say locking the doors. You are basically out on an open street.
Femur?
There are still people walking about on the street at this time of day. And there are people in the tavern currently at window seats.
So was that not so much with the sneaking this Femur?
Yes. Femur is untrained in sneak.
Oh,
Is it because we are short?
not less the shortness and more the skinniness part, because see the window there. I'm not sure if you can squeeze through there. I might have a bit difficult time.
Femur can squeeze, but Femur can try and be quiet.
Well, there's a guard just on the inside of that door, so
Oh.
I was thinking maybe we could get it open, but looks like it's locked.
Best I can do is break something.
I mean, if we were looking for surprise, don't think that would help us, but
See where you're
Looking on through
peering
this other
in the window? Okay.
Yeah. Femur
Yeah, you guys
peers
are-
in the window.
Looking through the window to see what you can see.
Sneakily.
There's the warehouse itself is currently fairly dark. I think you guys can just barely make out the one of the elfin guys who's leaning up against a barrel right here, sleeping. You can, with your lantern light, you can see a bunch of other barrels scattered about. You can just make out an elfin longship that is currently docked inside the warehouse. This is on the water, so it must have it's basically like a storage shed for a big boat. But yeah, the one half is basically where the boat sits, and the other half is basically a big wooden structure to set up and load the boat with. I believe, Njori, you were standing at a spot where you could see inside with your lovely night vision. There's what appears to be a kind of a staircase that leads up to kind of a platform at the back of the warehouse. That's a good 10 feet up. And at the top of that platform, you can kind of see through the stairs railing. You can see what looks like a simple desk. You can kind of just make out a bed. And more interestingly, you notice hanging from the ceiling on a chain is a stone carving of a dragon, holding in its jaws a massive lantern, a bullseye lantern. It's very, very large.
Well, good news is I think I see it straight ahead through that window up the stairs, but entirely sure how we're going to get in there yet.
So
Go ahead.
So this warehouse connects to the river, or
Yes, if you go around either side of the warehouse, I guess it's the ocean, the bay. Is that right? Yeah, Absalom Bay
Bay, I think.
is on the other side. If you make your way like to the left side, I guess your right, there's a wooden dock that goes out into the water just alongside the warehouse. The water starts about right here. And then on the opposite side is kind of a similar deal. The ground goes out a bit further, and then there's a dock out here that also runs along the side of the building.
Yeah, I was just curious if we could enter through where the boats coming in at, or if that's also sealed off.
You can't see it from this side, but if you wanted to try and walk up the one of the docks, you could see.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and pick your side.
Okay, go along here.
Okay, so you make your way along the, I guess that's the eastern side of the warehouse, and I believe you can just make out the gate in front of the boat. The gate itself is entirely above water, but it does look like you'd be able to swim under it.
Gotcha. So that is an option, except for the fact that I'm wearing scale mail.
Yes. And I suppose anyone could swim under it, and not just you specifically.
Yeah, fortunately that gate doesn't look like it goes underneath there, but swimming's going to be a bit of a problem for me in this armor.
I mean, I probably could get away with it, but I'd rather not, to be honest. I don't know if, what do you think, Femur?
Trying to see if I'm equipped to swim. You have to do all those checks to swim. I remember how that works now.
And I have black powder rounds. I'm trying not to get those too wet, if I can help it.
Nothing I have.
So
Oh no.
You can see that it is a shorter swim from the other dock on the opposite side.
Oh.
We'll just kind of casually look around. Are we attracting any attention at the moment? We doing okay? Just kind of looking around as we are.
People are, so you guys were just kind of standing around. You made your way out off to the side. You're getting some looks from people who are passing by. Nobody seems too suspicious. It looks like you're kind of just scope.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Nobody has gotten too suspicious yet, but there are definitely people who stop and look to see what are these people with the lights doing.
If we end up catching too much attention, I'm going to start saying things like, I was sworn the theater was supposed to be around here someplace, but they told me to take 3 lefts and a right, but this don't look like the theater, I don't think.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Maybe.
Deception.
It's over here somewhere. It's only a 12. That's fine.
12. Okay. It's helping a little bit sometimes when people aren't paying too much attention. But you're definitely worried that if you guys keep this up, someone's going to take notice,
Make a decision soon.
Before long, you're going to get the attention of the agents of Edgewatch, perhaps.
Well, let's hurry up and make it a plan real quick.
yeah, well, we could. Yeah, it seems like our options are either to try swimming underneath the gate, or breaking down through a door or window, or otherwise we could try knocking and seeing if they're lackadaisical enough to actually open the door.
All right. Well, 2 questions. All of these mirrors, or excuse me, all these windows have panes in them of some sort, or are they open?
Yeah,
air
they're
windows?
simple glass windows.
Okay. Any of them unlocked that we could kind of show you?
No, they're basically just single panes.
Okay.
You could break one. You would definitely have to
break one.
You would definitely have to squeeze through them. Only Femur could, Femur could squeeze through this difficult terrain. The rest of you would have to make checks to actually get inside if you're trying to go through a window.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Acid a window? Is that quietish? Just a little acid on the window. Just a little.
You could try.
I have an idea, and it's really dumb. Actually, I have a couple ideas, and they're all really dumb, but most of my ideas are going to be that way. My first thought is we break a window on one side of the building, make it look like somebody's over there. Hopefully we can pull somebody to come out through the front, and the rest of us ambush them. The other option is, instead of having somebody play over on the side, we just knock on the door and try and ambush them by hiding over there. I have some marbles. We can put them out in front of the door. They come outside, they fall on their butt. We grab them before they can react. I'm throwing out ideas. These are what I got. We could try swimming. Just don't really want to get wet.
Well, I'm fine with either trying to go through the door. I think probably going through. Yeah, probably being more direct on the door is probably our. Well.
I mean, you're real strong, Char. I think you'd be fine with your armor, even. I'm more worried about Femur myself, to be honest.
Yeah, I can certainly give it a. I'm willing to give it a shot at least. I don't know how deep the waters are around here.
Imagine they get pretty deep for ships and such, but not sure about right here. Well, kind of got to decide now. Otherwise, we're going to get in trouble.
Where hops in the water.
Nope.
Okay,
right.
you just jump in the water.
Slips in
Fortune
like a
favors the
gross
bold.
little rat.
Fortune favors the bold, as they say. Shari will go ahead and probably not going to have much. Go ahead and put out her torch, since it's probably not going to be worth trying to keep it lit in the water or lit while swimming and jump in herself.
All right.
I mean, I can hold it while you jump in first and then put it out when I go in, so as you can see before you get inside.
Okay. Pass back.
Okay, and you jump in the water then?
Yep.
Splish splash. Okay.
Boom.
The water is relatively calm, so go ahead and give me athletics checks to swim.
Oh, that's the check we use.
Yep.
Reasons not to jump in the water. Some of us aren't very strong.
We can do it.
How do our points work in this one?
You all start with your one hero point. Or you mean the third action points?
Well, fate
you don't
points
have
too,
those.
but yes. All right.
Or
We're
I could
on
make
it.
you
We're all in
use
this together. We got
you
this.
could use the points of the character you're currently attached to.
Just gonna use all one of guns. I feel like that's real mean.
Use
Okay,
all
so
Greshy's points.
Oh,
17 and a 12. That is... On success, you move that much. Okay, so Femur, you are just kind of splashing in the water. You don't make any headway one way or the other. Shari is 7, so 17, right? That is a success. Yeah. What's your move speed?
25, I believe.
25. Okay, so you can move. You move 10 feet in the water.
Okay. So I guess here and then try underneath the.
Yeah, you just kind of swim underneath. You just have to dip your head under the water briefly and then pop your head back up on the other side. Once you're in there, okay. You can't see much though. It's just dark. Femur, you can keep rolling.
I haven't died yet.
Before Femur does, I'm just going to let them know that I believe in them. And I'm going to cast You Got It, Champ. And you have guidance for this.
+1.
Hopefully this helps. I have no idea.
All right. Good luck.
I suppose I'm probably too far. Yeah, I'm too far away to aid.
Oh dear. 6.
You do have a hero point if you want it. And this guidance is a +1.
Idea.
It's a +1. So, and you can choose, but it's just one round. So, my gosh,
no!
are you serious? That's real unfortunate.
Oh, poor Femur.
Okay,
I think I need to start pulling my rope out.
So with guidance, it's just barely not a crit fail. So you're not drowning,
yes.
but you are still you're just flailing there in the water.
Right. I'm gonna get out of the water. Do I have to?
You have to climb out, which is also athletics.
Well, I'm gonna drop down the rope since I'm seeing Femur struggling so badly. It's all right. It's all right. You come on up here. You come on up here. It's all soaked and all your fur's matted down in ways that it's not normally matted down.
There we go. 17.
Is that to climb out?
The water.
Okay, so yeah. You managed to climb up Njori's rope. And get yourself back up onto the dock. You just splat there, all wet. Meanwhile, Shari is inside. Right. You just hear splashing outside.
I'm gonna step over and try and see if I can get an eye on Shari. I don't know if I can even see them.
Femur shakes off all the water.
Yeah, you're... Shari, what would you like to do?
It's real hard to see anybody in here.
I guess feel around, see if I can find the platform we were seeing, or
can I stand here with the torch?
Yeah, I technically have light still.
Yeah, I mean, Femur's got a light too.
Rock.
Yeah, you can see the cone.
Yeah,
Shari.
actually, Femur, if you can stand there, you would be able to give light, I think.
Oh yeah.
To Shari. There you go.
Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll try to climb up onto the platform. Okay.
Give me an athletics check then.
Okay.
So now that you've got just enough light to see a bit, 14. You reach up and try to grab hold of the platform, and you just kind of slip. You managed to hold your grip, but you haven't quite gotten yourself out. You can try again.
All right, try again. There we go.
All right, 20. You pull yourself up onto solid ground. You can't quite see anymore, but you can make out the light up ahead of you.
Okay. Go ahead and get into the light over here and help.
Sorry, the first thing that you do is you start to move towards the light and you immediately bump into a crate. Give me just a d20.
I got a number.
17. Okay, you bump into the crate and you feel like jumble and start to you feel it start to like move off to your right, and you like just panicked, reach out and grab it with both hands to prevent it from dropping into the water and making a big splash. And you just kind of slightly maneuver it back onto the platform, and then try to, if you want, you can try to shimmy around it, which would be acrobatics to balance.
Okay, I actually trained in that, so I will attempt that. Thank you, Desna.
Ooh,
Natural 20 for a 25. Okay.
What a
So
shimmy.
with that, you kind of sidle up against what you feel out to be the crate against the wall, and you just start to very carefully slide yourself along it. You're kind of doing one foot in front of the other directly so that you don't slip and fall, but you really are just hanging off of the edge of the wooden platform. But you are pretty smoothly able to make it to the other side, where there is another box, but you can kind of keep sliding along that and make your way up to the window.
so are these windows openable at all from the inside, or are they just completely just there for decoration and lighting and not to be opened?
Yeah, they seem to just be there for lighting and not for opening. Just a single solid pane of glass.
All right. While Shari was maneuvering around, Njori would have pulled his gun out and then pulled out a silencer
Oh, we
and
have
attached
those.
it. Yes, in fact, we have those.
I guess
It's-
magic.
I don't want to even ask what the deal is with these exactly, but he will attach it to his gun so that in the event he does need to shoot at something, he will hopefully not be super loud. But in the meantime, just gonna point at the guy over there, see if Shari can keep maneuvering.
Okay, well, I guess since you're not trying to shout at me through the window, seeing Femur here is like, I'll try whispering. Do you want me to keep going around and let you in from there, or?
Actually, because you guys have trained as Pathfinders, you actually know the Pathfinder sign language that I forget the name of.
Cool.
I meant to tell you guys this beforehand, but you do know the Pathfinder sign language.
Okay, well, I will sign to them if they want me to go around and let them in through the door, or...
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Femur will not.
Njori's just like nodding.
All right, I'll confirm that, and then continue just balancing as carefully as I can along the path.
Njori
so
is
Probably noting to try to
Can't go very
keep giving me as much light as I can.
I can do this right now.
currently Njori's aiming at the gun, or his gun at the guard who's currently sleeping next to the door,
My goodness.
just in case.
Okay. There's a barrel immediately in the way, but you can, especially since you can see, you can sidle around it. Go ahead and give me another acrobatics check. This one should be much easier.
That's because I got an 11.
Yeah, that is that is the exact amount. So you managed to very awkwardly scoot your way around that barrel. You can keep moving if you wish.
Femur
Yep.
mushes up. Mhm. Puts the light up to the window again. New window. Oh,
Okay, you can feel that there's a box again in front of you, so another acrobatics check to get around it.
Kind of need to be right here to see. Or actually, I could probably remaneuver myself a bit.
You guys are just circling around the building. Femur is like setting
I'm just-
up the light, and Njori is just wandering around the building.
I mean, he's got a purpose for where he's standing.
It's like a video game level.
He has a target.
Oh, good. They'll give this 11 again.
Okay. Yeah, aided with the light, you're able to get around this one too.
And who's the next?
You might
then-
need to stay next to the
Oh god, is
door.
it this one?
The light vanishes for a time.
Hold on.
That might be the closest light source. I don't know if you're. Well, there's that. I suppose.
I think this is the best they're gonna get until. Good luck.
This is not.
Celestia.
Oh, if you stand on this side though, it might be okay.
Maybe
This
I
is
should
not
have
the
gone with
puzzle
Swordfish
I had in mind.
I like this puzzle. This is a fun one.
Sorry, audio listeners. Sure, Shari is making her way very carefully around this facility as Femur is like using the light in the windows at awkward angles to create just enough of a pattern to be able to see forward. Yeah, Shari, you can feel the wall, and you're maneuvering your way along with one hand out in front of you.
Okay.
Even without the light,
Don't
you
keep going
can.
until I'm told this.
Yeah, you can basically get up to here
Yeah, I can-
when you run into a box or a crate.
Okay.
Femur's like panting.
Just been running around in
Right
circles.
back in. Oh, that's not much better.
Okay, so yes.
This guy's just sleeping.
I have a gun
Yeah.
on him if he starts to twitch too much, but
So is this cross platform can be walked across?
Yes, you can see the water. Yeah, you can see the water down below it, but it is just otherwise just a wooden grating.
Okay, so I think I could probably, rather than trying to go over the box, I could just maneuver around.
I forgot
Yeah.
I can lean. That's right.
Oh,
Oh, I
yes.
will
How
go
do you
ahead and-
lean?
Q.
Oh, yeah, you can
Q
hold.
and move your mouse around.
Yeah, you can hold Q and move your mouse
Oh.
around to lean in directions. That doesn't help.
So much better.
That
Doesn't
won't
help
move
flat,
the light.
It just shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it shows
But
you
I
what
can
you're looking at.
see.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I'll keep the light as is. There
You
we
could,
go.
yeah, or you could come stand where I'm at, around the corner here. There's a decent window right here, and I can,
As you
I can
guys-
aim above your head to shoot the guard.
Oh,
as you
there's
guys
a
move
guard.
around-
Oh, sh-
Shari, you're just constantly like getting ready to move, and then the light vanishes, and then the light comes back from a different angle. But yeah, Shari makes her way around the south side of the barrels, carefully avoiding any crates along the way, rather than going over them. But yeah, you can now see the front door from where you are.
Okay, I'll just try to quietly make my way to the door.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Gulp. Eh,
14 versus his unconscious stealth or perception DC is enough.
It's good.
Yes.
I don't have to
Yep.
shoot him.
Okay, you make your way over to the door. You can unlock it from this side, so
Cool.
you unlock the door.
okay. Yep.
Seeing that, gonna come around. Gonna
Do you open
open the door.
it? Sure. Yeah, you open the door.
Shari did. Somebody did. Okay.
I did.
All right. Well, somebody did. Yes.
At this
Gonna-
point, I'm going to go ahead and take out my sword in one hand just to have it ready.
I don't
Okay.
want to coup de grace this guy. Can we knock him out though? Like, since he's already unconscious, can we like keep him unconscious?
I mean, you can.
I'd
you
rather
can
not
go
kill the
for.
man, but
You can go for a non-lethal strike on him if you want while he's unconscious.
all right. I'll look at Shari.
All right.
You're probably
Guess
better
I'll
at that than I
take
am.
it.
But
Take it in both hands and try to hit him in the
Femur
Down with
closes
it.
the door.
bap him in the head with it. Or yeah, close the door, then bap him in the head with it.
smart.
Okay, do the attack roll.
So we make the attack roll. non-lethal in Foundry? It's probably one of the options you roll.
Probably not, but I think it's just a -2, right? By default.
Yeah, it's a -2 circumstance bonus.
Okay, so non-lethal
Or
strike.
Okay, that is effectively a 10. You still have your hero point if you want to use it, I think.
Sure.
It's up to you.
Is there an easy way?
I think you just right-click and pre-roll.
Yep. Right click and use your hero point, I think, is the
Okay.
option.
That's better.
Okay, 24. All right, you swing hard. That is a critical roll, critical damage.
So 21 non-lethal.
21 non-lethal will knock him out. It says he's dead. It says he's dead. He's not dead. He is unconscious.
Jason, why? I specifically wanted to keep him alive.
Foundry is currently set to say 0 HP is dead. He's sleeping. He's just bleeding really profusely. No, he is KO'd. You whap him hard on the side of the head with the blade. There's a thunk, and he just slumps over with like a bit of a whimper as his body goes limp.
With that noise, do we see or hear any other movements?
Perception checks?
Public or?
Yeah, you can roll public, sure.
All right, 25 for Njori.
And for Shari.
It's over on the left, hiding under your armor class and stuff. For perception.
Oh, there it is. A 22.
Nice.
Okay. Shari, you're too busy. Like you're focused on this guy. You hear the motion of the water, like coming in and out of the warehouse, or like flowing back and forth. Njori and Femur, you hear a slight snort, like a bit of a snore or like a choking on one's tongue, coming from the far corner of the raised platform.
Femur goes shh and points up the stairs.
Njori nods and, pistol in hand, is going to start carefully trying to sneak up, creep up them stairs, see what he can see up at the top.
Okay. You carefully creep your way up the stairs. What is your stealth modifier? Or actually, roll a
stealth
secret
modifier.
stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, sure. I think it's just a 2 anyway, but helps when I see where my proficiency. Oh, it's I train in stealth. That's not supposed to be. That was supposed to be secret. Can I? Anyway,
Oh.
whatever.
Okay, sure.
It's what it is.
Okay, yeah, you got an 11 then. Yeah. I already know his bonus. Okay, yeah, you're creaking your way up the stairs. And actually
Would it be appropriate for me to use a hero point on that?
because you saw it, yeah, sure.
I mean, it's up to you, because normally it's a private roll.
You can do it. You can use it.
So I would like to use one if I can, so. I definitely wanted to use one if I could. As it turns out.
That turned into
So
a
that
natural 20
became a
for
natural
25.
20.
Okay. Yeah, you start to step on one of the steps and you feel like, oh no, that's a creaky step. You hear like just the slightest squeak and stop and just skip over that one up to the next stair. So you were fine as you make your way up. If anybody is going any further up the stairs than where they are currently, they will also need to make.
If I
stealth
could, I'd like to
checks.
point that one out for the people coming behind me to try and avoid that one.
Okay, I'll give other people +1 to their stealth if they try to pass over that same spot. But yeah, you're able to continue to creep your way up. And once you're at the top of the stairs, you can see sleeping in this bed is a man. By the side of his bed sits a greatsword. But he himself is just it's a greatsword and like a suit of armor. But the man himself is just lying, snoring happily. He's got.
Does he have a magenta beard?
It's the light can't reach him currently up the stairs, so you only see him in black and white.
Fair enough.
You can't tell. He does have a beard. He has a slightly waxed mustache, and a very small beard. He looks younger than the elfin men you've seen prior today. All the other ones have had very thick, bushy beards.
I would like to go up and take his sword and then pass it back along the line so that Shari could take it away from us.
Okay, you move up and
Just gonna move that away.
Reach for the sword. Okay, you pick up the great sword and pull it away. The others haven't come up the stairs behind you yet, so.
Yeah.
If you want to start sneaking, I'll do my stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
Which isn't great. Let's go. Got a +1. Let's do it. A 19, which would be a 20 with the +1 around.
Okay. Yeah, you are fine as you sneak up the stairs, dodge the squeaky step, and both hands reach up to take the greatsword.
Just fall over.
Just down to Shari. Keep it going.
Turn slowly.
All right, with both hands on the greatsword, you take it down the stairs to Shari, who is waiting at the first step.
Go ahead and stow it.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna. If they can see me well enough with the lighting in here, I want to make some gestures to try and explain that there's somebody else up here. Obviously, I took the sword from. So try and continue to be quiet.
Okay. Yeah, you sign that there's someone up here.
And then I want to knock him out, but I know that it's not going to go well. So Shari would be the better person to come up here for that, if we can get Shari up here safely.
Yeah, if you want me to, I can come up. I was just waiting here to not be another person making noise up there.
No, I get what you're saying. Just
Ignore that.
didn't see that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, if you can come on up here, if you want to take care of this one.
Okay.
I think this is all.
I guess my stealth is just as good as Femur's, so I will make the attempt.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, knew it was happening. One of these was going to be it.
Okay, you try to sneak your way up the steps, and you dodge what you thought was the creaky step, and step on the next one, breaking it. It was just a little bit weak. Your armor is really heavy. You step, the wood cracks, and there's a as Bengir awakens.
But when Njori hears that, he whirls around with his pistol aimed right on him.
All right. Initiative. Once I create an encounter. Oh wait. Oh no, I needed to create the encounter with him. Whatever. Okay. He's in the encounter. 26. Everyone, you can use stealth for initiative if you wish.
Oh, I'm sure that'll go splendid.
go.
Nice.
What a lucky time for me.
All right. Oh, it looks like the sleeping man is up first. He startles awake. I'm spinning in the wrong direction. He startles awake. Huh? What? Who goes there? And I. You. And he like reaches down to grab at his sword. Realizes it's not there. And what? Thieves! And he will just leap out of bed and just try to punch Njori, I guess.
Ow. All right, fine.
That will be a strike. Yeah, he doesn't have his sword. So what does he get? Natural 16. I did not target you.
Oh, that
Sorry,
hits.
it's total
That
of 16.
hits,
That's what I meant. Oh, it hits. All right. 16.
Total 16 still
Do you get
hits.
reactions?
Okay.
Do you get reactions when you at the start?
Yes, you do. You guys were all kind of in initiative anyway, so yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't think this
do-
game has the stipulation of not getting reactions on first turn, or it's like vague and left up to the
Okay,
GM.
well.
But
Yep, I'll go ahead and do my Dreams of Redemption.
okay, so you he gets a brief glimpse of I guess regret for striking someone harmless, but he's still gonna go through with it. So
Or still has a gun at him, so
yeah, Njori still has the gun. So yes, we'll do. Okay, so he does 8 points of damage, but he will be enfeebled 2 as a result, and you take 3 less of that, so you only take 5 points of damage from the
Alright.
hit.
So I'm gonna take 5 points of damage. Ow.
Be strong.
That was roll out of bed, attack. I'll give him a second strike. He will try to swing again with his other fist. That's only a 10 to hit. That is a
No, that's a miss.
That is a miss. All right, Femur, you're up next, followed by Njori and then Shari.
Can I see to cast the spell through 2 people?
Yes, yeah, you can. You're basically at the top of the stairs, so yeah, you can see.
And
If it's an attack roll spell, then he gets. He might have cover or something, but
It will not
what
be.
is that?
And this is 15 feet. So this is what I was going to do. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Here it is. Alright, so this does say touch, but all my touches become 30 feet. So, chill touch time. It's a 42.
oh, are
save.
you using? Sorry, are you using reach spell?
Yes, and it does specify that touch turns into 30.
Reach spell itself is an action. So what you do is you.
It is.
Yeah. So you spend
Okay.
one action to reach with the spell, and then you do the spell. So that's all still valid.
That's
so
also good, as long as it's
Yeah.
not a 3 action.
yep.
Which I
Total
only
3
have
actions
one.
when you add meta magic, but
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's my whole thing.
So you're still good.
Good to know.
Okay, so yeah, you do a chill touch. This is they need to do fortitude save. All right, we rolling. He gets a 22, which is a success. So he will take half damage. So go and roll the damage.
Roll. So 3 damage.
Okay, he takes 3 points of damage.
A little
And
bruised.
he is not enfeebled on crit failure. Okay, so yeah, you a jolt of negative energy comes flying out towards him. He's startled, and some of it hits and like necroses his chest a bit. He's actually he's sleeping without a shirt, I'll say, and he actually doesn't have his armor on either. This should actually be. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Njori, you're up.
Njori's going to back up a little bit. 10, 20. And then he's going to take the shot that he has with his gun out. And while he does so, he's going to activate the talisman on the gun. So it will act as a magical weapon for this attack.
Okay. A potency crystal?
Yeah, how does this work? So if I do this and add it there, it's on that. And strike +6. That is a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. Go and roll damage.
All right. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, he takes the full amount.
All right.
And I guess it's a silent shot, so a very, very quiet.
Correct. It's a very quiet. And then he will take his last action to throw a hand up, and as he does, a slightly shimmering blue shield forms in front of him and helps to defend him a little bit as he casts shield.
Shari, it's your turn.
Okay. Move up here, and I'm going to attempt a grapple check on him.
All right.
Is that just athletics?
Yes, athletics versus his fortitude DC. I'll tell you, it is a 17.
Okay.
So go and roll.
Get.
That's an 18.
So I'll grab a hold of him and...
Okay, you charge forward and grab onto him. He is grabbed.
Third action, I guess I'll try diplomacy. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed. We're just here for the lantern. Can we talk about this?
They're thieves! Yeah, sure, give me diplomacy. It's very unlikely to work currently. He is extremely hostile at the moment.
That's fair, but... Yeah, that's about as good as I could have hoped.
Natural 18 for 22. I want to, but I don't. I just he's startled, but no, unhand me.
He's hardly awake at this point.
Yeah, he's just been woken up, been shot. Now this woman is trying to get him to calm down. You calm down. You calm down. Yeah, he's. You still have. You moved, grabbed, and tried to talk him down. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be getting any calmer at all. So on his turn, he is going to. Sure. He is going to try and demoralize you. Yeah, he'll go for an intimidation check.
Okay.
Will that work? This is I'm targeting the wrong person. It's a 19 versus...
Will DC's 15.
15? Okay. So he's like, unhand me, or I'll have the agents of Edgewatch here at any moment. And you kind of balk at this, not wanting to be called a thief or get in trouble with the law. That would be heinous. So you are frightened 1 as a result. He'll use his second action to try and break. No, he's just going to try and attack directly. So he's still. The enfeebled lasts for how long?
Until the end of its next turn.
Okay, right. I know this. We have one of those. He tries to strike. That is a critical miss. And then he will try to break free with a, I guess, that would be an athletics check. How do I roll their athletics checks? I guess I just roll it like so.
DC 16.
DC 16. Nope. That is a 3. He's like struggling feebly to try and get out of your grip, but he's unable to do so. Femur.
It's Femur. He's not very nice. If I electric arc, will it hurt Shari? Or can I
No.
just do it to one person?
You can do it to one person. You need not pick 2.
I will pick 1. So a reflex saving throw is needed.
Okay. He tries to dodge, but cannot. That is, a failure, regular failure. Roll the damage.
Regular damage is another 7.
Okay, he takes a full 7 points of damage. He's zapped by the electricity.
And that was 2.
Those 2 actions.
Femur will move. Actually, is there anything that's 1 action? Man, lots of spells are 2 actions. Femur will move here.
Okay, you move into the room just underneath the hanging lantern above you. Njori.
Let's see. You know, I understand how he's feeling right now and a little bit upset and concerned, but I don't really appreciate him frightening Shari like that. So I feel like he could use a taste of his own medicine. So I do need him to make a will save as some haunting energy starts to emanate out from Njori being a little bit miffed right now and starts to envelop him.
Okay, he got a 23, which is a success, so he is frightened 1. He's clearly unnerved by the strange energies, and he's just trying to struggle more to get free of Shari's grasp.
And for his third action, Njori's going to go ahead and holster his gun.
Okay, pop the gun back in the holster. Shari.
Well, seems like he's too wound up to talk down, but I'm not gonna out and out kill an unarmed. I don't feel good out and out killing an unarmed man. So, does it take any action to maintain a grab, or?
I think if you don't maintain the grab at the end, if you don't do another grab before the end of your turn, then it ends. But you still haven't grabbed during the turn.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and sheath my sword for 1 action. Second action, I'm just gonna go ahead and clock him with my fist.
All right. So you like sword away and then swing with your hand. Closed palm technique.
Oof.
Oh. Well. That's enough. Oh, no, not quite. Sorry, the flat foot is already included. Okay. No, that is just barely not enough. So you swing, and he managed to like kind of duck his head to the right, dodging your blow. Sorry. I looked at his AC and didn't realize it was included in the AC.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But yes, okay, yeah, he manages to just barely dodge that one. It like skates by his cheek. But you have one more action.
Yeah, I'll try swinging again. If he gets free, then he'll I guess that'll be that. Or letting him go would be what he wanted anyway, so let's see if I can get better than a 3 this time. That's much better than a 3.
That is a 19 for a total of 21. That'll hit. Roll damage on the fist.
Does a crit by chance? Out of curiosity.
No, it does not crit.
Probably close,
Okay.
but
It is very close. It is off by 1.
Oh,
Well, that was
good roll.
non-lethal because I don't have any training with any special fist training.
Okay, he takes 8 points of damage to the face. And with that, you lose your grip on him. And he just has the. So he's scared. He should no longer be enfeebled. Let me remove that. He is actually going to.
Is he going to run?
How is he going to do this?
Just fall
He's
to your
going
knees
to-
and ask for help?
He moves to his left, to your right, Shari. It looks like he's darting towards Femur, but in actuality, he's reaching up. He moves towards Femur. Femur, you like shirk back as he's like coming towards you, but he actually seems to be going for the lantern hanging above your head. He grabs the tail of the dragon and flicks it back. And there's like a lighter sound of as the light in the lantern goes bright blue and flares up. Let me see if I can I put the light in here? I'll do something like that. And it's a blue light. But it is only in one direction. But it is currently facing that way. And he's clearly trying to grab hold of it so he can. He's actually just going to twist it. Sorry, there's one action, second action to activate it. Yeah, third action will be. He'll twist it towards Njori, sure. He twists the dragon lantern to point at you. I need a will save, please.
All right. Quick question as I do this. This is a visual effect?
Ooh, no, this is not a visual effect.
So the bright light is not a visual effect. Okay. All right. So that was a will save, you said.
Yes, correct.
Pressing the right buttons. There we go. That is a 21 total. 14.
21. Okay, you take half of this. You take 3 points of cold damage.
Ow.
I can reveal that. You take 3 points of cold damage as you feel something. You feel something kind of spark inside of you. Just a very sudden, burst of cold, as if you had just eaten a whole tub of the coldest ice cream, and gotten massive brain freeze from deep inside. But you do manage to resist the effects otherwise. Be gone, thieves! He says as he's clearly trying to turn the lantern more. Femur.
How heavy does... No, it doesn't matter from here. Gosh, I really did equip this character with nothing that's non-lethal.
If it's lethal, we can always clean up afterward.
I mean, Femur doesn't care if it's lethal.
You can always take a
Nothing.
you can always take a -2 to make a lethal thing non-lethal,
I see.
including spells.
You're assuming we want to.
True.
Femur doesn't really. There's no difference between life and death here. Oh, this is fun. What about this one? Actually, oh shoot. This is like a 5-foot. How much is splash damage? Would that?
It's 5 foot. It's usually like 1.
No, whatever.
So-
Yeah, it's all the squares
Pretty
around
normal.
someone.
Yeah. It's like a 5 foot emanation.
Oh yeah, would he be unfrightened?
Oh yes, he should not be frightened anymore.
Correct.
So he's through 9 as well.
Now within 5 feet of me.
He is within 5 feet of you.
So why not? This should be fun. Yeah, a little puff of poison. I smell very good on the inside. Or Femur does.
Really?
It is a fortitude saving throw as Femur breathes gross poison burps on this guy.
All right. Is this one? Oh, poison. I feel like the range is actually. It's everyone
it's
within
like-
5 feet, right?
Oh, is it actually?
Oh no,
It
no,
does say
no! You're
range.
right. It is.
It's
It
one
is.
enemy's
It targets one
stand.
creature. It targets one creature.
Yeah.
I thought it was not that. I have this on a different
There's
character of
acid
mine.
splash. But
Acid Splash certainly would have.
Okay, he rolled. He got an 11, so he fails. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
So you give him a nice, yummy burp of poison.
4 takes full initial and persistent damage. So he takes 4 damage and then persistent poison 2.
Okay, he inhales a good puff of that poison, just like goes rigid and falls onto the ground. And he is still, he is dying, not dead, but he is also persistently poisoned.
But his turn. Well, it doesn't move, actually, doesn't. That's where it was.
Yeah, it'll stay right where it is. And he goes to dying 2 from the poison damage. And that will be your turn. Or, oh, you still have 1 action left, I think.
That's true. I
I think I
suppose
see where dying is.
Femur
There we
could,
go.
excuse me, attempt some kind of. Well, it's not like he's bleeding.
Guess you could try unpoison him.
No, he's fine. If he dies, I'll just bring him back as a corpse. Okay. Can I try and turn the tail off? Actually, or would that be
you-
more than 1 action?
You are not quite tall enough to reach the tail, being a small creature.
You try.
You need a bit more height to actually reach the tail.
Oh no, but it costs. This is 2, isn't it? Oh.
It's 1 action
Mage hand
to adjust. Yeah, Mage Hand's 2. You could do it with Mage Hand though.
You could do with Mage Hand. Okay, well. I can't perform. I wouldn't do that. Just let it go to the next turn.
Okay,
Turns.
Njori.
All
Happy
right.
with myself.
I'm getting the hell out of this thing. So let's move 5, 10. While I'm standing here, does this guy have a magenta beard, or did we just kill
Yes.
some random nobody? He does.
Yes, he does have a magenta beard. I wish I
And-
could show you.
I could sort of see it, but want to make sure that's clear. Good. That makes me feel better. Second question: how tall again was this dragon? Is this something I can reach up for, or is it still out of my range too?
You are
only a
medium.
whole-
You can. Yeah,
I'm
you
a full
can
foot
reach.
taller, I think, than Then Femur, that's why it's relevant.
You can just barely reach if you like jump.
I'll do a high jump. I will use my 10-foot run up and do a high jump to try and grab the tail and disable it.
Okay, go ahead. Athletics.
What's the worst that could happen? That's a 2.
All right. You run up and try to jump at it to grab the tail, but just kind of miss. You fall prone beside past Bengir, but you did manage to knock the lantern. So let's decide a random direction.
Oh boy.
Maybe I'm too short for it to hit me.
As long as it's not at Shari, that would be the bad part. I don't want to aim it at Shari.
It swings 1, 2 in this direction. Give me a reflex save, Femur.
How dare I not be too short for this?
Well, that's the reflex save.
Down a bit.
Oh, the reflex save, I see.
Yeah, the reflex save is first, and then if you manage to kind of duck underneath it, it's also like swinging.
It is. Oh, click, click, click. It's a 12.
Okay, 12 is enough. You manage to kind of just duck under as it's like swaying and swinging overhead. Shari.
Guess I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to. I don't think I can treat poison on persistent damage, right? It's just on like the poison condition.
I would allow it. Oh, I actually forgot to roll his d20 for the persistent poison. Let me do that. He did get a 15, so he's no longer poisoned.
Okay, and then I will just go ahead and treat wounds as normal.
Okay.
Or, I mean, not treat wounds, the stabilized.
Right. First aid. Go ahead and roll the first aid check. Or medicine. That is a 12. That is not enough, I am afraid.
Okay. Can I reach, I guess, my third action then? Can I reach the thing from here?
Yes, you can reach, you can reach the lantern, and deactivate it.
Okay, I will go ahead and do that.
Okay, you reach up and pull the tail back down, and there's a puff of blue smoke as the room goes dark, except for your own lights.
Guess we'll leave his fate to luck.
And he goes down to dying 3 naturally. Sorry, I'm struggling to clip things, apparently. Dying 3. Okay.
Should we do something about this, or?
Yeah, I'll leave this up to you guys. You all have your turns. If you don't do anything this turn, he is dead.
So I have no healing.
I should.
I still have. Point. I can touch him, but I guess if somebody wants to tie him up first.
We don't have time to tie him up first.
So how do
he's going to die.
Checks work exactly for like helping someone? Can you just kind of do them raw?
You need a
healer's kit. Can you use that?
There is a Mr. First Aid, but I think you need the kit.
Yes. You have to have healer's tools. So if you've got the kit and you're wearing it, yeah, it's a DC 5 plus their recovery roll DC. So that's going to be 15 plus 3, so 18. Sorry, yeah. If you wanted to medicine him, you can.
So it's just a medicine. I just do a medicine check for that.
Yes, medicine check. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, good luck. Medicine check. Oh
Nope.
dear.
Nope.
Not a great medicine check.
Nope. A 5, natural 5, or a natural 2 for a 5, rather. Njori, you are prone.
Yeah, because I'm out of spells, unfortunately, and we don't really want to keep them. Screw it. Okay. Yeah.
I can still lay on hands him and then try punching him.
No. Shit. Okay. Be ready to knock him back down. I'm going to pull out the healing potion that's on my belt, and I'm going to roll over, find his mouth, and shove it in there and see if we can at least stabilize him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the healing potion amount. 1d8.
Use potion. 7 hit points, you bastard. Gets that, of course.
Okay. You pour the potion down his
Can
throat.
I punch him?
Do you have a... That was one action,
so
2
one
action.
move.
Sure. Yeah, you can third action punch him.
I'm going to give him the thing, and then using the bottle that's now empty, I'm going to try and smack him over the head with it. Let's see,
for
unarmed
it.
attack. Strike plus 5. That's a 24 to hit. 22. Well, no, it's technical automatically. It's 24.
Sure, that's a critical hit. Go ahead and roll double damage.
6 hit points. So
You leave him with 1 hit point. you hit him as hard as you can over the head, and he's like still trying to coming to. Shari,
what's going on?
All right, time to fail 3 punches.
25. That's a crit.
Oh god.
Okay.
He's at 1 HP. You just karate chop him in the neck, and he slumps over. He is unconscious. And that's the end of the encounter. Oh goodness.
We've been going for a bit.
Oh boy. The room goes silent.
I know
All
it's
right.
the right thing, but we're probably being too nice about this.
I don't know what this Wii stuff is, but okay.
You tried to punch him too.
I don't know what you seen about tried to punch him. I did punch him.
I mean,
I hit him with the bottle.
no, I meant punching him as in you also tried knocking him out.
Well, yeah, because you want him alive, and also we have questions.
Right.
Also, murder's probably bad, like the police and all. We don't want the agents coming by and getting on our case about stuff.
No, I agree. It's just that it's a lot more difficult than I realized.
Keeping people alive? Yeah, I suppose it is a bit more difficult than you think.
I mean, compared to fighting them and keeping them alive, but not that I won't stop doing it. It's just I didn't think. Yeah, I can't prepare too much. Training can only prepare you for so much, I guess. I thought Charlie's going to go ahead and attempt to dislodge the lantern that clearly does magical things from the dragon.
Okay. Yeah, you reach up and you have to kind of lift up. There's like a hinge on the top of the snout of the dragon that you kind of prop open and then pull out the lantern's handle. And it's heavy. You're like trying to bring it down and it just kind of thunks down onto the ground and kind of shakes the wooden platform that you guys are standing on. But there it is. You have the lantern.
I try and identify the lantern.
Yes, you can try to do so. That would be an Arcana check. Or any of the magical traditions, but I'm assuming Arcana is your best.
Arcana is by far my best. 21 for Femur.
21. This is a relatively low level item. Yeah, okay. So this lantern is, you're like running your fingers over the runes, and you're able to discern that it is, for how low level it is, I suppose, is fairly powerful. This is a beacon of the north. A large bullseye lantern designed to be hung on the prow of a ship. Activating it requires that it has a special mixture of lamp oil inside. You can see that it's got a little central tube of this like kind of bluish liquid. With the identification, you can tell it's got probably about 2 hours left of usage out of what probably is about 8 hours. That's a very specific thing to know, but I don't know, you know it somehow. This is definitely capable. So yeah, you can tell that there are conjuration sigils all over this. And very similar ones to that of the tapestry. So you're pretty sure that if you were to shine the light from this thing onto the tapestry, that it would activate those runes and open a portal. And in fact, you think that's basically all that this lantern does is open a portal, or open portals in places. If it hits a person, it tries to open a portal to somewhere, presumably somewhere that's very cold. And if it hits that tapestry, it probably opens a portal, maybe to the same place, possibly. But that it sounded like it opened a portal to a ship of some kind. So there's that as well. Anything else that you can learn? Yeah, as an action, you can focus the beam on a single creature, which requires them to make a will save. For what was that? Do 2d4 cold damage. Oh, sorry, it's a 4d4 cold damage. I forget what I did. I did something. 2d4. It's 2d4 cold damage, but if they fail, then they get cursed. With the same curse that poor old Skelg has.
Mm-hmm.
And that is pretty bad. But yeah.
Well, that is splendid.
So then this dragon thing was only just to light it.
Yes, the dragon is basically a big lighter.
Well, Femur, you figure anything out about that lantern?
Femur figured out it makes a portal.
And Femur points a claw and touches Njori's stomach.
Here.
Ooh.
Do you have a portal in there? How do you feel?
I sure hope not. I mean, that thing blasts me pretty good, pretty cold, but I feel fine otherwise. You think it was trying to open a portal in me?
Yes.
Well, just as well, he did kind of hit you with a couple things, so go ahead and cast Lay on Hands on Njori.
Oh, well, appreciate it. Thank you. Should probably get up here at some point, so I remember how.
I'll help. Yeah, lend a hand as I lay on hands.
You
I'm stuck now.
I think it's
Okay.
shift mouse wheel is to rotate.
That's what it was. It was some combination. All right. Well, appreciate it. Thank you. It was 6?
Yep.
Excellent. Almost full. Well. All right.
I guess we have questions for this guy, but are we going to stay the night with him, take him somewhere, or leave him be and have a Pathfinder Society now?
Seems like it'd be good to take him with us at least. We can leave his friend, I suppose. But how heavy is this lantern? Is this something I could lift, or I think it might be a bit much for me?
Yeah, with both hands you can carry the lantern.
All right. Well, if I'll carry the lantern, you can get this guy,
Okay.
and we can, maybe we can find a carriage or something, cart outside, something covered that we're not carrying a corpse or a body through the streets in a very visible fashion. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd say a barrel, but that's probably a bit still conspicuous.
Slightly less so, but I don't remember seeing a cart outside or nothing, so I'm gonna assume we're probably out of luck. And while I'm thinking about it, I haven't heard any other weird noises. It looks like it's just the two of them in here.
Yeah, if you go look around the place, it's just the two of them.
Okay. Well, being that as it is, let's gather what we can and start making our way out. I'll try and find us a wagon or something, hire somebody. Somebody got one of the, actually here, I'll go over to this guard over here and see if he happens to have any coin on him that I can borrow for use in renting a wagon.
Yep, he has 2 gold on him, which is more than enough to get a carriage.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, out of curiosity, what type of armor did he have laying here?
This guy, he has on, he has half plate. He's wearing half plate and has a great sword.
Yeah, we'll take that with us.
And a wooden holy symbol of Garum. Or Gorum. I don't actually know how to pronounce that one.
Oh, that probably... Yeah, talking him down was gonna probably not happen so well. Anyway.
Holy symbol of what now?
Gorum.
From
Gorum.
I'm not familiar with Goron.
It's the... he's one of the dwarven ones, or no? Battle strength and weapons.
He's a half-orc, I think. God.
Oh, it's the half-orc one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Sacred
fine,
animal is the rhinoceros. Worshippers are half-orcs, mercenaries, smiths, and soldiers. Edicts: attain victory in fair combat, push your limits, wear armor.
Well, it seems like he was having some problems with that last point. You'd think he learned to sleep in it by now. Uncomfortable as it may be.
It is anathema to prevent conflict through negotiation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been real hard.
Can I step away for just a second?
Oh, yes. And actually, I think with that, let's go ahead and end this for the moment. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'll go and play the outro. Come back next time for whatever's next. See ya.